What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing great. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on the music. It seems like we run into the same issues over and over again every time, huh? There we go, now it should be playing. Let me turn it down on my end a little bit because I know it'll be loud. There we go. Alright. Alright, everybody, let me know in the comments how the audio levels are, just so that we can get started and I can maybe fix something if it's not working right. Today is going to be not the stream that I wanted to do, but the stream that I want to do now. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I was actually going to cover the SV06 by Solvol, but I was taking a look yesterday. Actually, let me just show you. I was taking a look yesterday and I came across Mingda site randomly, and I saw this sale, $289, and I have a coupon code. I put it in the description for this thing for an additional $20 off. So that makes this printer really, really compelling. And I've had this machine, according to this paper here, I've had it since February in this box. So I think it would be cool to have them go back to back and see what they're both all about. You know, recently I've been doing some more expensive machines, and I know not everyone can obviously afford those expensive machines regardless of how much hype there is. And there is, because of those expensive machines, these machines that a year ago would have been $500-600 machines are now right around here. So, you know, significantly better for us at the end of the day. Why are my comments not working? I see the chat. Hold on, guys. I see the chat, but I don't see... it's not working on my end. Let me see if I can refresh. Let's do a test. Okay, now that seems to be working. All right, hold on, everybody. Give me a second. In the meantime, while I'm troubleshooting this problem, take a look at the pinned comment at the top. I will be giving away a roll of filament thanks to 3D Max, or essentially they will be giving a roll of filament. You must be present and you must have to be in the United States to win. But go ahead and jump into there, and towards the end, when the machine prints something, I will go ahead and pick somebody. Let me just go ahead and I just realized there's multiple of me, but I'm trying to figure out why I can see you guys here and I can't see it on my screen. So let me troubleshoot that real quick. That's why we try to get these out in the beginning and get them done. Hey, Ice created. I created. Sorry, Ice created. I have to look on this tiny little screen because my chat for some reason isn't running. Well, and actually, let me copy this. Paste this into... no, it should be here. This should definitely be working. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to look at chat somewhere else, at least for now, to get this moving. Kind of unfortunate. Let me see if I can pop out chat here. Take this. Thank you for your patience, guys. I know it's not ideal when I have to juggle screens. Mick Ross, how are you? Lewis, how you doing? Jose, how are you? Thanks for joining. Let me know in the comments. Okay, now I can, and I think I got it fixed. Let me know in the comments right now if the audio is okay. On my side, the speaker levels are good. The music isn't too loud. But let me know things that might change. Here, let me go to the browser view. Good. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, here. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. I just want to make sure we're going into the right direction on my screen. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I haven't done one of these in a few weeks. Looks like there's like an order to it, and I tend to forget it. It looks like. Anyway, I think if this sale holds true, hey Bob, how are you? If this sale holds true, plus my discount there, hey Candid, that makes this thing super compelling. So I have actually had every single Mingda machine. I've had the X, I've had the Pro, and I have the what's the large one? Oh no, wait, the Pro is a huge one. I still have it. It's right off to the side. It's 400 by 400. The Max, the X, the Max, and the Pro, and this is their latest, the X2. And apparently they just made a bunch of little incremental changes to their original machine. One of my complaints, thank you, Will. How are you? One of my main complaints about every single Mingda machine that I've had and have is that the build plate, the glass build plate, is too sticky. I know that's like almost obnoxious to say at this point, considering how much we want things to be sticky to the bed and not peel. But there is apparently a print bed that's too sticky. And well, that's the Mingda machines. And this one has a PEI sheet, which is a mod that I've been doing to all of my Mingdas. So if I've ever owned one, I always put a PI sheet on it. Obviously on this one, a 400 by 400, a PI sheet's pretty expensive, so I haven't done it, although I do have one off to the side. I've been saving it for something else. Some of you guys might know what I'm referring to. But essentially, I remember these are extremely easy to get out of the box, so I'm not really worried about time. What I am worried about though is the styrofoam in the box. That's why I have a vacuum. If you guys recall, the Mingda, I don't know, maybe used to, maybe not, I don't know. Mingda used to put really annoying styrofoam in their boxes, so I'm ready. Hey, look at this. Benjamin, thank you. Hey, Ben. It is huge. I actually, first of all, thank you very much for the donation. Truly appreciate it. I actually just got the X-Max 3 today. It's off the screen over there. I had to pop the box open because it's damaged. It looks like they dropped it, unfortunately. But the printer itself, I didn't like open it, but it looks like the printer didn't get phased. Hopefully the shock of however they dropped it is okay, but we'll do that at some point. And I don't know if you guys saw on the channel, I just put a posted a short with the new hot ends installed in the original X Max 3 without the fixes, and that thing is an absolute workhorse. Mine has been printing ABS all the time. Literally spools and spools of ABS have gone through that thing, and it is good, and now it is better than ever with that new hot end. So I too am really excited for the new Plus, the Max, and actually I don't know, I haven't heard much about the Smart, but I do think that's a cool little machine. So I hope your Max is cool. There's so much to it, and that thing is definitely like a refrigerator. Colin says, my Neptune 3 is printing gray PLA bender bin. Nice, that's a cool little file. Got my new Elegoo Neptune 3 Max, and it's huge. I actually just saw, just before I came down here, I was upstairs with my kid watching TV, and we saw a commercial for an Elegoo resin machine. I was blown away. I don't remember what we were watching. I think Netflix. But that's pretty cool. They're pretty big if they got TV commercials. Well, TV, whatever TV nowadays is. 16-inch bed, 19-inch tall printing. Wow. Aquila's upgraded 2 lead screws and all metal hot end. Nice Colin. That sounds like a nice batch of machines right there. Dum Dum, how you doing? Louis, I have their new hot end. Nothing new on the Smart side. Only a few firmware updates the last few weeks. Yeah, but that hot end was a big deal, at least for me. Especially with the ABS, I would get clogging occasionally, especially on prints that had a lot of retraction. So far, all of the tests I've done with this new one, with that little metal sleeve and the fan, are much better. And I actually messaged them about the fan. I thought the fan was supposed to be 30 millimeters and not 25, but apparently they changed the fan to a faster, higher RPM speed. So yeah, definitely nice upgrades there. I was able to grab the Magician X recently. Haven't set it up. Loving the Trident. Yes. Well, I don't know if you're loving your Trident, but if you have one, I'm assuming you are loving your Trident. I too. It's actually right here. I keep it on my desk. I know it takes up a ton of space. It's massive, but it's been an amazing machine, really. I've actually found some issues with it. I'm having some cracks in my ABS prints. I have a feeling that some of the earlier prints I did before the X Plus was calibrated, that's going to happen. So once I upgrade the machine with some of the other goodies I have off screen here, I'll just be, modifying those. Does that hot end fit in the cheap older Plus models? Yes, Dum Dum, that's what I'm talking about. That's where I put it. I put the new hot end into the old machine, and the old machine is printing top notch. No word on failing bearings on the bed. Glue mine, really? I haven't heard. Oh, you mean like on the X Max? Yeah, I unfortunately don't have that machine, so I don't really know. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Yeah, but I haven't heard anything else about any other issues. No. I don't know. So far, mine's just been, my only problems that I've had were related to the hot end. And actually, I cut a hole in the cover, I guess, so that, sorry, I have my camera turned off, so that it gets colder air from the side. Smart bed bearings fall off. Really? That's definitely not something I've seen or heard of yet. But that's the unfortunate. At least it sounds like you can glue them. Good friend of mine has one that has having problems, man. Yeah, I mean, they didn't have the smoothest launch, huh? Unfortunately. All right, well, let's dive into this, right? We're here for the Mingda machine. Let's have a video how to fix it. At least they are always trying to make sure that you're good. You know what I mean? Hey, Michael, how are you? Yeah, epoxy would be good, but super glue should be okay as well. Anyway, like I was saying, the price is just extremely compelling here. That's why I wanted to jump in on this machine. I think it is the one that I've had the longest. One of the things, like as in like boxed in, one of the things that I did notice is there is a firmware update, which I will have to do because this thing has just been sitting here. So we'll check which one it came with. Where did I see it? Right here. So we'll see, and I'll throw it on the SD card and see what's going on. Mickey Ross, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. I've been trying to stay up with YouTube. A little miniature rant. I have, by obviously, more subscribers than ever. You don't like necessarily lose them as much as you gain them. I have most subscribers, significantly more views, like tremendously more views, tremendously more watch time, significantly more engagement, but the least amount of money I've ever seen throughout years of doing YouTube at the moment, which is kind of hilarious considering how much work and effort you put in, and they pay you less, because if they push channels that aren't monetized, people watch that content, still engage with it, but they don't have to pay them. YouTube's being weird. The whole dashboard that you look at, the creators look at, you see all the green, all the crazy things, all the videos you do are always better, everything's great, bringing in new people from all sorts of things, everyone's subscribing. They paying you? No, no one's getting paid. It's kind of weird. Can't rely on YouTube as the main source of income, that's for sure. Anyway, let me get my blade here, and I hope that my older model here doesn't have the styrofoam that the other machines have had, but we will find that out in a second. Hold on. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You know, I'm not doing this to make a bunch of money. This is more of an extremely fun hobby for me, but it's just a little discouraging. I got the FL-Sun QQ-S Delta with 10.4-inch round bed. Yep, I'm very familiar. Cool machine. I have the Super Racer that I really enjoy. Printing height's 14 inches. Nice. I'll be selling my Lego Saturn II and wash and cure. Nice. Due to the cost of use. Yeah, and also because it just it's a little messy, isn't it? Resin. Okay, so far, let's get a camera on here now that this thing is unboxed. Here, we'll do this view. We don't need to see the website anymore, unless you guys have some specific questions. I see the K1 there in the background. They did ship me a new, a third extruder. Hopefully that machine will print at some point, because I haven't printed with it. Yeah, sorry, Jose. I get carried away and forget. Alright, how are we going to do this? Let me put this somewhere else, I think. Let's do that. Alright, because I know it's going to be just two pieces. So I'll probably end up putting some of it on the table, and then... yeah, let's figure it out. Alright, so far, this is how they all have come. Stay together styrofoam. Okay. Nothing crazy yet. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember the original X. I was completely covered in this stuff, like a snowman. And I couldn't focus. Yeah, I mean, I can still see little bits everywhere. Alright, so we got the tool head. Get this out of here and I'll show it to you guys. This is really a cool unit. It really is. And now it's much more modular. So here is the cover. Let's take a look in the back. Alright, so we got a little pancake stepper. This thing has so much built into it. There's no... the auto bed leveling is done using pressure on the actual tip. So there's a sensor in here for like a pressure sensor. Little sister board with everything that they need. Two 30mm fans on the hot end, and the extruder itself. So the extruder itself is all metal, a dual gear extruder, and it also acts as the heat sink for the extruder itself. So lots of cool stuff. I see a super glued LED in there. Not super glued, hot glued LED right there. That's kind of funky. Yeah, that's weird that it's glued. I'm sure it'll be more than fine, but that's odd. That should have been, you know, something else. Yeah, okay, looking good. I love, you know, dual-sided cooling, two small compact fans. This thing is not very heavy, and everything is in here. I love that it comes off much easier now. That's nice. The resin waste is very hard to get rid of. It is. I have 14 liters now. So what I used to do after a bunch of washes is I would put the entire container of the washing into the UV light. Like I had a UV lamp that I put in front, and over time, like overnight, it would get rid of, it would solidify everything in the isopropyl or acetone, whatever you were using, and then I used to scoop that out and just continue using the alcohol. So you could do that, but yeah, it's definitely tough to get rid of that stuff. Yeah, and the smell. I couldn't get over the smell really. Mickey Ross, so I'm a big time newbie. I've had my first printer for 10 days. Nice. And oh, okay, and I got the P1S. All right, well, then all your problems are solved now. They're great so far. Middle of adjustment, PLA and PC are all I've used. Yeah, after spending 1K, I love it, but I'm curious if you have any suggestions for when I purchase more printers in the future. I think you did the thing. You kind of like went around the hobby and bought the thing that was made for everyone. So you're good to go. I think since your first machine is a P1S, I think you're going to be extremely unhappy with any other machine. So just continue to use that and enjoy it, and buy more of those. I used water washable. I tried, and I had a really hard time with water washable. All right, let's see what else we got in the box. Nice little case for the tools. Got a full-size SD in there. Let's take that out because we're gonna need that. Nice full-size 4 gig SD. Love to see the full-size wrench. We're gonna need some of these tools. This is nice. The other machines definitely didn't have this. All right, we're gonna need the cable. Let's get that. I jumped on the wagon and bought the P1S. Nice. Yeah, good for you, Michael. You're gonna love it. There's literally nothing I can say about the machine in either direction. It's amazing. It's gonna be great. I hope you guys enjoy it. I still haven't gotten over the privacy stuff. But if you bought one, you're not the person that like matters to or applies to, and that's okay. I always recommend them. I just wish they would reply to a single email in the past year. That would be nice. Okay, we got a little sampler of PLA. Honestly, don't know why people still include this in printers, but hey, I guess if you got nothing else, that's worth a try. We got the famous Mingda clip-on spool holder. Like I said, I'm new, but this wagon rides smooth. Yeah, I mean, the P1S should be literally amazing. It solves a lot of the problems that a lot of new people to 3D printing have. I guess the most complicated thing you're going to have is figuring out Bamboo Labs, which, you know, huge credit to them, is very easy. And it's a really powerful and great piece of software that's modern. So I think you did the right thing, honestly. I think you are going to be on a smooth sailing from here. Mickey, if you haven't jumped into the Discord, go ahead and jump into our Discord and show us some things that you've been printing on that P1S. We'd love to see it. Always fun to see what people are printing. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to take this out of here without touching the grease. Okay, here's the styrofoam. I have located it. All right, I'm gonna mute my mic, and I'm going to vacuum some of this stuff a little bit because I don't want this going everywhere. So give me a second. Okay, hopefully the mute button worked there. The reason why I wanted to get as much of the styrofoam off is because if any of the styrofoam, like this right here, gets stuck on the grease of the lead screws, and they actually get into the mechanism, you're going to see that in the Z, and it could potentially have little shifts and movement in the Z. So you definitely want to make sure that you have none of the styrofoam on your Z. Hodo Vacuum, they have one. I messaged them. They haven't replied back in like 2 weeks. I want that vacuum. I'm going to end up buying it, I think. It is what it is. Benjamin, not going to lie, it bothers me a lot that they don't want to disclose what they're, what they're taking with their data mining. They're taking everything. I have to assume that they're tracking everything. Benjamin, go to Nathan Builds Robots channel and watch him read their privacy policy. He just goes in, opens it, and takes a look and talks about it. They literally take everything, including the camera feed, all of the data of all of your devices that have any Bamboo related apps. They use literally all of it. Your address, I mean, obviously they have all that stuff from your payment information, but they use and are allowed to use any of it. The only way not to use it, not for them to share it, is to not use any networking on their machine. And if you use any networking, they're allowed to use it. There's no in-between. I know a lot of devices do that, a lot of apps do that. Like, you know, you're using Chrome on your computer. Cool, you're sharing a lot of data. There's a lot of things that do that, and I know we're like hypersensitive to some things more than others. I totally understand that, but for some reason this one, man, I just wish they would stop. But I get what they're doing. That's why their product is so good. They know all of the information about their users, and they're going to use that information to make their product even better. That's why everyone's buying these things. It's really amazing. So I can't hate on it, you know. Ooh, 2:25 a.m. Time to go to bed, Colin. But if I'm ever up by 2:25, I better be heading to bed. Mickey Ross, I work with Fusion 360 often, so the integration of Bamboo Studios was a breeze. I'll be hush about bamboozle. Yeah, if you're working at Fusion 360, all that stuff's so good. It's so good. And you know, 3D printing right now is in a time where it's really great for everybody. I think if you have money, if you can like afford, just because you bought a P1S doesn't mean you have money, but if you can afford a P1P, a P1, if you can afford a Bamboo machine, if that could be your printer, you're gonna have a great time. If you can afford things like this Mingda, for example, this is a really compelling price, and technically speaking, on this machine, I could do nearly everything, obviously in the single color. You know what I'm talking about here. As a printer, I mean, I've printed endless projects that most people won't even do on an Ender. So it's limited by you, really. So I think it's cool. I think it's a really cool time right now to get into 3D printing, because machines like Bamboo and all these new machines like the K1, the X+3, so on and so forth, all those things have made machines like this one above me, significantly more affordable for people to get into. If you have, let's say you have a teen that's like interested in 3D printing, you don't want to necessarily spend your 1K on a printer for them. You buy something like this. If they don't like it, you're not that far out, and if they do like it, they're gonna make some really cool stuff. Firefox gang, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the only downside, is this weird privacy stuff. If they can somehow get around that, or just make non-networking mode, like LAN mode, better and stronger, which I have a feeling they're gonna do. I think they're gonna. They're already dominating. I think they're just gonna dominate more, especially once they make a bigger machine. I'm off work on holiday break. Nice, enjoying yourself, huh? Stop buying Filament. No, buying for some time. Yeah, smart. I sometimes I go on these crazy buying sprees. Just off screen, I have literally a pile for the Voron that I just built, and I already have a pile of things to put in it. So I'm very familiar. Tony chat, I'm gonna select this. Look at this. First of all, crazy characters in the name. Look at this avatar. You're saying hi in alien speak. Look at this. What a character. Hey, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Anyway, back to this unboxing that hopefully we'll get done in some at some point. Okay, so here we have we have a lot more. We have a lot more. All right, hold on. Vacuum coming out. Hold on. Mute. Okay, I'm sure that's not the last time. The truth out there. Yeah, take a look at this nice little package. That's nice. Very smooth, clean looking. I like the graphics on here. Nice ribbon cable. It makes things a lot cleaner. I love that this is not a 2020. This is a large 30-20. No, 40-60. 60-20, excuse me, 60-20, which just means that these wheels give a lot more leverage to this part right here. Looks like I might have a little flat spot for just sitting in here for months and months and months. But that will come out with some printing. Nice, everything looks cool. Got a tensioner. Let's see how the belt is. Perfectly tensioned. We have, oh, so this is a little bit different. So some of the Mingda machines typically have a belted Z where it's a double, but there's a belt. This is individual. Hopefully the board can handle these individually. What that will mean is it will be able to completely automate the leveling process on both sides. So hopefully that's cool. But this part looks really nice. I'm gonna set it down. Let's get the other part out of the box. Oopsie, I pooped a little. Thanks, Chad. You have a nice. Thank you. That's not. Unfortunately, that's not the first time I heard that. That's for the After Dark crew. And also, you know, jokes. Okay, so the rest is just the printer. Looks like my screen is no longer protected. I think I'm gonna set this on the floor and just take this out. That way I can evaluate the situation with the styrofoam. Okay, so first of all, great packaging. Obviously, the styrofoam is unfortunate, and I know and I've heard that they've changed it. I just think that I have an earlier model that's just been sitting there for a while. Going to mute again. Okay, hopefully that's the last of that. I found a great soft TPU filament from Yoi. They work great. Nice. I also found a really good TPU. My TPU's over here. This stuff. I've been using it for all my drones. Does it say the brand? No. Oh, here we go. Praline. This is 95A. It's really soft. Prints amazing. Both these colors have been really, really good. Highly suggest this stuff. You can grab it on Amazon. Use my affiliate link. Speaking of filament, since we're talking about filament, in the chat up here, up there's a pinned comment with a gleam.io link. If you guys are going to be present here until this printer is fully assembled, I'll be giving away a roll of PLA thanks to 3D Max. As you can see, man, still can't do it. As you can see right there, they are the filament giveaway sponsor. You have to be present and you have to be in the United States, and you can choose any filament, any PLA filament that's in stock on their site. So go ahead and jump in there if you plan on staying here. Jeff, how are you? How are you? Mingda's here. Cool. Guys, if you have a question for Mingda, there you go. They're in the chat, and I'm sure they would love to answer some questions for you. Mingda, so far I'm enjoying this unboxing. Here, let's see if we have a little close by. So one of the things I'm noticing, obviously the PEI sheet is going to be fantastic, because that's what I've done on all of my Mingda machines. Actually, I think you can see, you see down here? I got the Magician Pro sitting down there. But yeah, look at this nice little compact package. Everything looks really nice. I think we might have to unbox that just to see what's going on in there for fun. But I really like all the little additions. The cable for the bed, let's plug that in. There are some screws to keep the cable in there, unlike some other brands that have had some problems with that. Looks like it folds, the cable folds right in there like this. Very nice. Tensioners everywhere. Just a nice package. I love that this is the evolution of 3D printers. We went from the Ender 3 being, you know, like a wow factor, not even too long ago, and now we have printers like this that just look so slick. It's very nice. I looked up soft rating. It is 85A. 85A is also very soft. Did that say 95? Whatever it is, it's really soft even after printing. I use it for GoPro mounts, bumpers, things like that for my drones. They're all upstairs, otherwise I'd show it to you. Did I see Ballistic in here? Hey buddy, how are you, Brian? Found a bit of a 65A. Ooh. Wow, yeah, that would be hard to print. You'd need a pretty specific setup to be able to print 65A. Actually, that's weird that was 95. It's super soft for 95, if it is actually 95 and not just a typo. Jeff, did I say hi to you? How are you? Mylan, how are you? Hey, I'm looking for a good name brand PLA in pink. 3D Max. I'm using the Flash Forge. Yeah, 3D Max has like 3 different types of pinks. Some are vibrant, some are muted. You might be able to see them through here. No, I think none of the pinks are kind of towards the back. I just printed something in their pink. It's upstairs for my daughter. Yeah, 3D Max, they have so many colors. Just take a look at their site. In fact, there's a link down below where you can have 5% off. Actually, it says it right here too. Man, this arrow, this me pointing thing is gonna work one day. Right here, 5% off using 3D Print SOS. So, all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So let's get the Hodo. I still, for those that follow the channel and the Voron build, I still have not charged this. That makes this the 4th machine, including the Voron, that I'll be putting together with this thing. So yeah, amazing tool. Where do we set the gantry? Let's go ahead and get the gantry. All right, I wanted to check out what's powering this. Mingda, I hope you don't mind. I do this to all of my machines. In fact, let me put the cable. Let me make sure the tension, the retention on the cable is set so that we don't forget it. Then I'll flip it and let's take a look at the board. Really interested to see what's down there. Man, this is quite the bed cable, I gotta say. Very nice. Sorry, phone was buzzing. Alright. Look at this. It says, his arrow, it says, please tighten the ribbon cable. Just so that, obviously, you want it to click all the way in. Keep the bottom case left 4+ inches, 100mm distance from behind. So which means when this goes all the way back, it goes past the back, and it needs some space for this cable, obviously. So that's cool. Nice and easy. Alright, let's go ahead and flip it like this. Nice and easy. It says warranty will be void. That's okay. I acknowledge that the warranty will be void on this machine, but I do this so that you guys don't have to. You got, if Steve has purchased a Hodo screwdriver, that means I think we have reached legendary status. I can't get the sticker off without making a mess. Got a razor blade somewhere. Alright, here we go. Sticker is gone. No warranty on my machine. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Actual Phillips. Haven't used the Phillips in a long time. And there is a ton. This thing is really holding on. But yeah, Mingda, if you're still in here, one, thank you for joining. Two, the sale for this machine looks really compelling, and I think it's quite the impressive price, and to be honest, the right price for this machine, especially because I have a coupon that I linked in the description, everybody, if you're interested in this machine, for $20 off. Which makes this really, really compelling, and I figured I need to show this thing off because I think a lot more people can get into a printer like this that's completely feature-packed. I mean, this thing can do technically everything that, you know, a single color bed slinger can do. And has just really great features. Let's see, is there stuff underneath the bed? No. Alright, what's holding you on, buddy? Like I said, I'm doing this so that you guys don't have to. I don't see, I can see the board through here, and it does not look like it's a, it doesn't look like it's an off-the-shelf board. It looks like it's a partner board. I don't want to break it, obviously. I've literally opened every single board, but this one does not want to come apart. Okay, well, let me just describe what I see. I don't see anything that's of typical nature. There is a very large kind of GPIO style. Oh no, okay, I see. Those are drivers. Those are stepper drivers. There's one large heatsink going down. Kind of atypical for a lot of other machines that I see. The wiring looks very nice and tidy down there. I wonder what is holding it on. There must be something underneath this foot. See if I can take a peek under this foot. Of course, there is. They hid one. They hid one from me. Just the FYI, stickers are supported in the US per Steve at Gamers Nexus. What do you mean by supported? You mean are not supported? Don't want to ruin the feet as well, because I'd like to keep them on here. And obviously this is extra credit work here. But I'd like to report on the machine. By the way, I have officially hit 49 machines on the list of machines that I have had on this channel. I still have 7 of them to get through. So with this one, that's 6, but 49 machines I have gone through on this channel of assembly and operation of. So hopefully, the more I do, the more knowledge I gain about how these things work and what companies like to do, and maybe give you guys better, better idea at what to purchase if you're interested in it. We got something loose down here. What is this? Looks like some glue got loose from shipping. Can't quite tell what this is. Let me go ahead and point this down. See some styrofoam all over the place. That's okay. Alright, it looks like this, strangely enough, is something that came off of here. I guess this machine was dropped in shipping. Yeah, LCD. I can see that's where it was supposed to go. Okay, well, that's lovely. But can you guys see? Let me make sure the image, the manual focus is actually focused. Here we go. And what I can do as well is, yeah, look at this. We have the technology. Boom. All right, so power supply. Is it branded? It is not branded. That's okay. I have a ton of machines without them. The motors say Shengang motor. I think that's what they used on pretty much all of their machines, not just this one. That's also okay. I've never had any problems with the actual hardware on any of my Mingda machines. As you can see, this whole thing is kind of like a plastic tub, but here's the cool part, is they have 20 by 20 extrusions right here inside to keep the rigidity of the machine all the way around it, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it looks like the board is completely proprietary. There's nothing on here that looks familiar in any way to me, so this is just their own board. One thing to note is all of the connectors are glued and they're crimped where the power is, so that is very nice, and all the power connectors are actually on a plug. So that's a huge step up from some of the soldered, screwed in wires the majority of printers like this have. So this is a huge plus for the way Mingda has put this together. I mean, it's super nice and tidy. Hopefully you guys never have to go in here, but like I said, I thought it was important to show this part. Let me get my comments back on the screen so I can see. Oh man, I missed a bunch. Was a primary stream with pinned links, etc.? Yes. What do you mean, what is? Watching on YouTube? In the description, there should be links to this, what you're seeing up here, the sale that they're allegedly having. Like I said, I just happened to see this yesterday and figured I'd jump in. And then there's also a pinned comment in the chat all the way on top where you can win a roll of Filament from 3D Max as long as you're in the US and present. Looks like it connects. Yeah, that was strange that this was popped off. But I guess it must have been something that happened in shipping. Already broke. Chad, calm down, Chad. This is the main board chip. Hey, thank you, Mingda, for pitching in. I wasn't really looking. At the chat. Yeah, it just looks like it must have been dropped in shipping. And like I said, I got another machine today, a much larger machine, and that box looks like they've been kicking that thing around. So that's the thing that happens with shipping. Good thing you checked, yeah. Hey Patrick, how are you? Is that a custom main board? Yes, it looks completely custom. 49 machines, 50 to go. Yes, I still haven't secured the 50th, but once we actually do hit 50, I do plan on, making some kind of video about it, because I think that's kind of cool. I set out a goal to get as many machines in as possible, just so I could take a look and showcase them and talk about them and, form some kind of educated opinion instead of just guessing based on my one ender. So it's really exciting for me. And, thank you, Mingda, for, let's see, Mingda X, Pro, Max, and this. 4 of those machines on that list are Mingda's. How hard would it be to change the MCU to a standard one from BDT? On this board, it would be pretty difficult. Actually, no, the connectors are all labeled. The motors are all labeled. Those are standard connectors. Let's see, extruder. It wouldn't be too hard. bed temperature, so that's the thermistor, power wires. You would have to cut some of the wires, like for example the bed plus and minus, you would have to cut off and put your own connector on here. Not that hard. It wouldn't fit quite into this if you wanted to do something like that, and the screen wouldn't work. I wouldn't suggest doing that to this machine. At $289 plus $20 off, I don't think you want to. I'll show you why. The machine is actually put together very well, like as just a package. I wouldn't suggest this machine for somebody that wants to mod one of these. Bob, hopefully I answered the question there. Needs hot snot. Yes. Mingda, what's the difference between the blue and white versions? What do you mean? Is there two of something I'm unfamiliar with? Oh, is there like a different board, you mean? Hopefully Mingda can answer that question. It was a good thing you opened the machine up since the main board was disconnected. Yeah, it wasn't the main board. It looks like it's the LCD screen. Yeah, that's, you know, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. Luckily I caught it. Okay, the processor little daughter board. Yes, yes. That's actually true. It is the GD32, not ST. Yeah, it's the GD32 F407. Okay. Very long heatsink. Yeah, it is. Cool, actually. Ender Bros. Hey, man, I was an Ender Bro. It's all good. No difference, or only logo color. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. All right. Let's put this thing back together. Sorry about the clap. That could have been loud. I also love the way that this thing breathes really nicely and doesn't look tacky. It just, the whole thing looks nice. Looks very well put together. I'll be very happy to receive something like this as, you know, my first, second machine. Something along those lines. I can't believe I haven't charged this in so long. It's amazing. What a tool. Did I just jinx it? Oh no, it just went to off, sorry. No, it still has enough power to break plastic. Alright, I guess we'll see when I power this on if the screen works. Alright, easy peasy. Let's install the rest. Okay, what are all these screws? These two little guys are going to be for the hot end, I have a feeling. And we will figure out what the rest of these big ones are definitely going to be that actually hold the gantry in place. Let's go ahead and get that. It's like a little backpack. So there is here, actually, let me get you guys a better view of this. There we go. Let me show you. So there's these nice little slots in place where you can't mess this up. There's no way. It goes right in like that. And then we can plug things in. I'm not gonna plug things in yet because here's the trick here. You wanna hang this bad boy off the edge, just like that. You wanna get the larger tool we have here. Let me get the rest of these bits. Let's find the right one. This one. I choose you, Pikachu. There we go. So you wanna get these. Let's throw these bad boys on from the bottom. There we go. And then we'll flip it. Perfect. Perfect. All right, and then we have these guys, and they will go right here, and they kind hold everything together. Lock it in place. Now I'm not gonna cinch them too tightly, because I recall that plastic not enjoying being cinched down a lot. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna do the other side. Not much really to look at, but you know what? I'll flip it anyway. All right, so let me catch up with the chat real quick. Hey, Serge, you made it. I was told to try the 2 trees clipper control pad to control my 4 different printers. It is cheaper than the Creality has problems with non-Creality printers. Yes, so you mean this one? Yes, I haven't had a chance to try it, but this would be the better out of the other options, in my opinion, because it is not held back by any third-party stuff. It is just clipper pad, and runs clipper on the CB1 that's attached in the back. So it'd be the most pure experience of clipper and the pad itself. Now, if you have any Creality machines, get the Creality pad, because their one-click installation options are way better than you searching the internet for them. Colin, hopefully I answered that for you. Okay, GigaDevice GD32, yes. Yeah, it's an ARM, yep, yeah. Yes, Brian. Yeah, in a weird, not a weird, but in an interesting proprietary way. But yeah, it's on there. Big Tree Tech Pad 7. Yes, that's what I was just talking about. I created. That's the one I told you to check out. Yep. Be amazing one if you could do my 4 types. Yes, Colin. Hey, thank you so much for the donation, Castro.
One has donated $10 and says thank you for the review on the X Plus. I chose to keep mine, and Linda Kitty took care of me based on what you said in the follow-up.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's great. Linda, yeah, they have had amazing customer service. I think that their launch and their customer service and the way that they handled that, like, I think other companies should really take note of what they're doing and how they did that, and how to put out a fire. You know, obviously they're not out of it fully yet. Their machines just came out. They're updated machines, so far there's only been 1 review that we know. Obviously, probably the most important review for them at the moment. But yeah, thank you very much, Castro, for the donation. Really appreciate it. Hey, Papa's here. How you doing? Vapor Joe. Will you have a review of the Pad 7? I will likely include it into something else. I'm not sure if I'm going to have just a dedicated review for it. I think so far, from what I understand, because it is unmolested in a way of not having other third-party software on it at all. It's just a pure Clipper interface. I have a feeling that that's what I would want. I wouldn't want to have some proprietary thing, potentially not be open source or whatever the controversy might be. I have a feeling the Pad 7 is going to be the best one out of the 3. Look at everyone saying hello, Papa. Dad's home. Oh yeah. I think you have a pretty nice set of machines right there. But printing on the P1S, just got it today. Nice. A bunch of my subscribers have gotten the P1S. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like an awesome machine. It's what the P1P should have been, right? But yeah, it seems fantastic. Bamboos for people who can't ride motorcycles or drive sticks. And that's okay. That's the world, right? Like, that's everybody. Yeah, most manufacturers, except for, what, a handful? Isn't there like 3 manufacturers that still make manual cars? It's like Subaru, and like 2 others, and that's it. I mean, that's just how it is. Well, I own both the motorcycle and the manual. Yes, I actually don't anymore, but I've obviously had both. I have a motorcycle license. I can drive manual. Come to Papa. Nice. Hey Quinn, how are you? Mr. Ed, hey, how you doing? All right, back to the machine. Let's plug things in. So this little guy, let's wiggle him out a little bit. We got 1 stepper. It's got to be rotated. 2 stepper. And the main plug. Okay, let's push that down real good. You want that to be in there as much as possible. Okay, and now let's get this hot end on there. Let me get you guys a new view here. Let's zoom out a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, easy camera. Easy. Alright, there we go. Owning and driving is not the same. You're right. I used to have an 07 Kawasaki ZX6R for a while, many years. I hit a deer on it and escaped with my life. After that, I owned it for another 2 years, fixed it back up, rode it a bunch, and then I ended up selling it to buy an engagement ring for my wife. So there you go. I'd like the high-speed Bamboo P1S, but way above my credit level, sadly. Maybe sell Saturn 2. I mean, you could always go P1P, which is a lot less, and then, you know, piece yourself together an enclosure and have essentially the same machine. But you don't have to have one of those. Like, I feel like marketing is getting the best of people. These machines aren't fully out of the question. Like, as you can see, you can make some incredible stuff with this. You don't have to just go with the Bamboo machines. Right? Like, there's a million options out there. Don't get peer pressured. The cover here is plastic. Not that that really matters at all. I think it looks really nice. There's kind of peeking in here. Alright, cool. Let's throw this on. So, this should now be a significantly easier fit. So it looks like it just kind of goes on, and there's a screw on the top right here. And a bolt on top. Let's get the right bit. There we go. And one on the back. Voila! Perfect. Alright, let's plug it in. I mean, is that not one of the easiest machines to put together? I think it might be. Definitely amongst the easiest. Our screen seems to flicker when moving this. And no, this doesn't actually damage it. There's a couple videos out there of people trying to on purpose. I think my machine has been sitting so long, it has developed a little flat spot in one of the wheels, which it goes away after a period of time. Trying to think if I can, trying to see if I can feel it. It could also be styrofoam, so let me just make sure the track is nice and clean. I don't feel anything crazy anywhere. And you know what? Just for me moving it back and forth, it's already much better. All right, let's do this. Let me get the power plugged in. Nope. Okay. Alright, let me zoom back out. Zoom out. One thing we need to do is get the spool holder on there. And you can choose whichever side, whatever side fits better, I guess, in your setup or home. Let's just go with the right side. Everything's on the left over here. Yeah, let's go right side. So it just pops in place. Very simple design. It's almost like these things have been evolving under our noses. Any of you here in the chat have had the original Ender 3 from way back in the day, and remember the stress level of putting together that kit. Different times back then, but I remember it. Impressed with it so far. I love the love the simplicity of the assembly. Yeah, all of the Mingda machines so far have had that in common for sure. Just super simple, very easy to put together. All right, let me pause the. Oh, the camera wasn't following me, was it? Yeah, you stay, camera. Nope, you stay. Thank you. Let me go plug this in. Also, somewhat short cable. Let's see, I'm 5'11" or so, 5'10". This is somewhat short of a cable. Let's see if I can get it over here. All right. Luckily, I drilled a hole through my table so I can have cabling coming out. One thing I forgot to check, and actually this would be interesting, is the power setting on the power supply. And I don't think I can get to it from the bottom, can I? No, I can't. So hopefully this is a US machine. I guess we're going to find out. But that would be interesting if you don't even have to worry about that. Wouldn't that be cool? Alright, let's put the machine as far back as I can get it over here, out of the way. Alright, a few other things we need to do is the SD card. I'd like to put the updated firmware on here. Let me throw that in my computer. Let me get all these tools and such off my desk, away from the distractions. Okay, let me do this before I forget. Before you guys print anything, isopropyl alcohol 99.9. This is actually a cool design too. The way that it has little handles on the side. And a little guide, both on the front and back to put this on. Nice snap of the magnet there. Alright, let's see. Okay. I never had any Creality machines. Went from a lull spot to a TAS 6 to a Frozen machines. Wow, you've had quite like the side path. I definitely started with the typical, just because of the price. I wonder if that back EMF from the motors is solvable with some flyback diodes. Probably. Maybe manufacturers don't think it's worth it. So, Brian, there was a video. I don't remember who. I honestly don't remember who, but somebody made this. Oh, man, I wish I remembered. It'd be so much better of a conversation. There's a video on YouTube of somebody just taking an Ender 3, and just going as hard as they could on all the components to see if there would be any kind of damage from them, from the motors making power. And they went hard on the machine, and nothing happened. And I remember doing it as well, and not finding any issues. All right, so let's go down here and grab the firmware real quick. Oh, okay, it just downloads raw. All right, give me a second, everybody. Let me get this on the SD card. An archiver. Partition X. Okay, so there is both firmware for the screen itself named TF35 and also a firmware.bin. So we need to throw that just on the SD card. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, copy and paste. Paste. I love how it says about 5 seconds, but it's been like 10. One of the other things that's nice about the machine is on the front here you have USB-C connectivity, a standard SD, which means you can use a micro SD with an adapter, and also USB, which is nice. Alright, so let's eject. Okay, let me go back to my main view so I can see everybody and everyone's chats. Bang. Okay. Mingda, if you're still in the chat, I have a question for you. You don't have to answer this, I guess, but have you tried running Clipper on these machines? And is that possible considering the board is a bit more proprietary? Obviously, you would have to provide some kind of pinout for the boards to be able for us to do that, but since it has a GD32 chip, technically Clipper should be able to run on it no problem, as long as the pinouts are okay in the config file, because that would be fun. And I'm not sure about the screen, but it has a nice little touch screen on here. It could run Clipper screen on here, but that's beside the point. All right, so did I eject this SD? Let me check. Should be okay. Let me make sure no one's trying to get a hold of me. That's any kind of urgency. Nope. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in the SD card into the machine, and let's do a power up. USB should be standard in all printers. Yes, USB-C should also be standard in all printers. Okay, so we got firmware updating. Okay, it's doing it. It says it upside down, and which is kind of funny. Oh, there it goes. Now it's upset. Up, right side up. Oh, you know what? Can't I? Hold on, guys. I don't want to make you nauseous, but I think I can like make this thing go down quite a bit more from what I remember in a tricky way. I can like make the back leg come out this way, and that'll help me get lower. Bear with me. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. My friend was able to run a Sonic pad with his Mingda MX V1, so XV1. Okay. I wonder if the V2 can also run. Yeah, if the 1 can, I bet this can too. That's cool. Icon updating, very important. Gotta have modern things. All right, so while that's happening, oh look, you get to actually see the icons as they load in. That's kind of cool. Technical specifications: 16 points auto bed leveling, double lead screw. That's nice. Toolbox, yes, external. Toolbox. Oh, like as in like that box is an external toolbox. Okay. Filament runout detection. Yep, that's in there. That's actually right here inside the head. Oh, you guys can't see my finger. It's actually right here. This little part right here is the runout sensor. It is incorporated into that head, which is pretty cool. Max temperature is 260. Nice. That means you should be able to print some, at least the carbon fiber ABS that I have from... I don't remember the brand off the top of my head, but I just printed some on the Aquila D1 with a what's it called around it. This would need an all-metal hot end though, with a draft shield around it, and it printed great. Okay, so it looks like we are up and running. Are there any specific changes from V1 aside from PI? Yeah, so non-belted Z. What else has changed? I don't remember what's in here, but this little cover is different. It's aesthetically different. I think the entire bed cable is better, way better managed. Let's see what else is different. I don't think anything's different. Oh, the entire tool head comes off with 2 screws, which means you can take it off really fast and really easy to maintain it in whichever way that you want. I think it's just those little things. But they make it better. Those things are definite improvements. Like if I had a choice between the two, I would go with the X2. Okay. All right. Do you guys want to take a look at what settings are available? Also, and there's a little blue LED. I don't know what function that would serve, but it looks cool. I definitely like the look of this machine. I think it's a cool evolution of 3D printers of this genre. I mean, it's just so clean looking. It looks less like a machine, which is cool. All right, can you guys see the screen here? That's gonna be kind of annoying, I think. Let's see if I can get you guys in there. All right, Colin, the 3 a.m. man, you gotta cut it. You gotta cut it off. Have a good night. Thank you for joining, even though it's so late for you. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you in another one. Alright, let's zoom in. Ah! Ah! There we go. Good to Clipper. Nice. Good to Clipper is good. Alright, let's see. I'm going to make sure you guys are nice and crisp. You can see these menus. Okay, and then exposure. There we go. Toolhead magnetic. Wow. I mean, they would have to have some powerful magnets. Alright, let's take a look at the menus together. Okay. So, looks exactly like the other Mingda machine, so very familiar with the stuff. We got leveling, hotbed, nozzle, preheating everything. This is nice. You should be able to see, yep, PTG, TPU. Both of them or one at a time, whichever one. Like, for example, let's do... if I just do this, will it just do the bed? Yep, so it's doing the bed at 60, which is what I want to do for bed leveling. This is how you set those 3 things. 190 and 60. This is how you stop. Okay, so that's preheating. These are our fans. We have nozzle fan. Wait, is that what it is? Or is it just heating separately? I don't know why there's a fan there. That's new. Nozzle. Bed. Nozzle. Okay, so it's heating the nozzle. It can heat the nozzle? Yep, this is heating. I don't want it to heat that. Bed is going to 60. I guess so. This is preheating both at the same time. This is heating one at a time. Okay, so nozzle and hotbed. Yeah, this is definitely a new little menu. It looks like you can jump between them anyway. But here at a glance, you can see one or the other. And I'm guessing the fan would be spinning if the hot end needed to be cooled. Printing should pull up our SD card. And on here we have a little rabbit, which is what we're going to print for our test. Let's go into the menu. So moving. Let's see. Cool, everything moves. Z. Alright, probably can't until you home it. Probably smart. Typical of machines, like for example in Clipper, you can't move anything up and down until you home it so that the machine knows where the head is. In fact, if they let you move that down manually before the machine knew where the head was, it would crash the hot end into the bed, so good. Okay, here's the fan controls. Can you choose the fans? No. Full. Is that on? Wow, very quiet. I didn't even hear. It's inaudible. Alright, let's stop that. You can baby step the Z, extrude, make it go home. Let's have it go home. It's so quiet. It's not making a single noise. Wow, very nice. Okay, let's go back. This is percentage. I think this is like speed. Yep, flow. Yep, typical stuff that you would want to control in a machine. All right, very simple, very clean. This tells you what's going on right now. In fact, you guys can't see what it says in there, but it says settings stored. Looks like the bed is already at 60. Let's go ahead and hit leveling. Looks like it's going to put the hot end to 150 and the bed to 50. Okay, so it's heating the hot end. It looks like our light is now purple. The LED is now purple. I didn't realize there was an RGB. So that's kind of cool. So it was blue because just aesthetic, and I guess it's going to change depending. So right now what we're looking at is it's heating. That's cool, and it's cooling the bed and heating the hot end. Okay. In the meantime, let me grab some filament. What do you guys think? Should I do... Now we'll just do some 3D Max PLA, and we can talk about the giveaway at that point. All right, let me let's point the camera this way. Let me go back to normal brightness. It's so quiet. Alright, we're gonna do this lovely key lime pie color by 3D Max. I really like this color. Look at that. I see somebody say, was hoping for some PETG. That's how you know that Papa's been around. Good man. Inductive probe, yes. Oh, looks like the filament broke. Yes, it's not an inductive probe. It uses the nozzle itself as a probe. It has a pressure sensor inside of the tool head, and it uses that to do its thing. You guys got me scared. Well, if you're in the Discord, you know, there's some advocates for PETG. I, for one, have not had much luck. I've had some. California Filament PETG has been the best so far in my experience, but I've definitely not had the most luck with PETG. Is there space under the nozzle? There is. Let me move you guys back some so you can see a little better. In fact, let me put you off to the side so that there's the least amount of glare possible. I know it's like hyper zoomed in right now, but we'll deal with it. All right, let's go to settings, extrude. and we are going to load. Temperature too low. All right, let's heat the temperature up. Nozzle. Let's go to 200. While that's happening, actually, let me go all the way home. I'm gonna just preheat everything, just so that we are just ready to go. For those of you that are here, in the comments, so two things. If you're joining just now, or whatever it might be, there's a pinned comment at the top that you can join the Gleam IO link. It should look something like this, where you can answer a simple question and enter to win a roll of free filament. You have to be present for the drawing, and you have to be in the United States. It'll be from 3D Max. You can choose any of their PLA that they have available currently in stock on their site. I'll be choosing that after we have a nice successful print and we kind of talk about it. So there's that. The other part is the link to this machine on this sale is down below. I also have my own coupon code that's also in the description for an additional $20 off, which makes this a really compelling deal for such a feature-packed machine. I think, like, because of all the other machines that are coming out that are printing really fast and have so many features that's hard to even list them, it's making machines like this seem like they're not as good. But man, there's so many features in this thing. It can do literally everything. It's automated. This would be a great first machine. The amount of things that I was able to do with a stock Aquila or a stock Ender 3 or a stock Ares, just, you know, this feature-wise would blow those machines' doors off, and this is such a compelling price. I thought it would be important to showcase it in some way, shape, or form. Let's see what we got. PETG is great. Yep, PETG is great if you can get it to print. Everyone's secure for me winning. So your chances are pretty good. Might be your day. This is cool. That I really like the indicator LED. So right now it's red because I'm assuming it's still heating. Yeah, it's still got one more degree to go. I'm kind of interested to see if it turns green or blue when it's done. That should be pretty cool. So there you go. It should be done now. I guess because it's still actively heating both, it's orange. Alright, let's go to menu, extrude, and we're going to hit load. Yep, just took the filament right away. No big deal there. Let me get some tweezers. So one other thing is the Z offset. I haven't touched it. We'll see if there is a setting. Oh, right, it's only doing 10 millimeters. Let's do 50. Load 50. There it goes. It's loading forever. Loading and loading and loading. Alright, well, I'm out of coffee. There we go. Now we have some filament. Come on out of there. There it is. Okay, should be good on the filament side. Okay, there we go. Nice little purge. Should be good. Okay, let's go back. In fact, let's hit unload. Okay. Okay, cool. Baby step. I'm guessing that is the offset, and I'd like to set that up before I hit print. So I'm gonna hit baby step and see where that it says. Do homing now? Yes, do homing now. I love how quiet it is. Alright, so we are right up against it, so it's good that I did it. Let me get this guy. Yep, right up against it. So I need to actually move this up. Move it up until I can get that in there. Wait, why am I on the flow screen? How did I get here? Hold on. We were just on the baby step screen. Let's try it again. I must have clicked something. Here we go. Alright, so we need to go 1 millimeter. Let's increase. There we go. Okay. Now let's go down by 0.1. It'd probably be useful if you guys can see some of the interface, right? Let me zoom out some. Now I have a giant glare on my screen. Can't see. Alright. So I am just moving this down here. I'll do it opposite hand. Just baby stepping it down. There we go. Now we got some scrapage. You take a look at it visually. Should be good, and we'll be able to baby step it once it starts printing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save. EEPROM parameters saved successfully. Super easy. Very nice. Now we're back. I'll have it home again. Let's home everything. All right, so we did auto bed leveling. We did Z. We have it heated. We have filament in. I think this is the time when we print, right? And then we will be able to baby step it if we need to. All right, here, let's do this so you get to see a little bit of everything. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Can I go down anymore? No. All right, how about that? If you guys want me to go in a little bit closer once we start printing, let me know. What's the price on the printer? Caleb, the price is right over here. It's currently $289, and in the description I found the coupon code for my channel for an additional $20 off. That's why I did this stream. Mingda was unfamiliar with this. I had this machine for a while in a box, and I've been meaning to get to it, and this was the tipping point. This is the correct price for this machine. It's really good. Very fair price. So I figured let's see what this thing is all about, and here we are. Yeah, Wilmar, those are some good pointers. Yes, I think so. Like I said, I've had limited success with PETG. I printed PETG last on the Sidewinder X2, and it was printing it great. But I very recently I haven't had much luck with it. Okay, let's go ahead and print. Let's go back. I'm gonna hit print. I'm gonna hit SD. We're gonna do rabbit. Test print rabbit. Confirm. Confirm. If it probes with a nozzle, should not need Z offset. That depends on the firmware, Rafa. The firmware kind of decides that. They have a manual one, from what I remember. You said it yourself. But yeah, the inductive probe, not inductive probe, the pressure probe that's inside of the machine using the nozzle is pretty cool. Let's see, what are we doing? Okay, so we're heating to 200, and we're off to the races already. Doing a purge. There's the purge. Let's see how close we are. Looking good. And you know what I always like to do? I like to get the baby stepping onto the screen in case we need it. Yep, definitely need it. Let's go lower. Lower. There we go. That looks good. Maybe even too low. No, that's perfect. Yeah, that's where we're going to keep it. I'll hit save. Also, I love the fact that you can do that live. Like, I know we take it for granted that this type of stuff should be happening, but it didn't for a long time, and this thing makes it really easy. I also like that the buttons, so whoever designed this interface either has read how Apple and Google designed their icons, not that it's in the same aesthetic, but the fact that the buttons are large enough for your fingertip. A lot of firmware that's for screens doesn't even take that into account. I think it's 88 pixels or something like that is the minimum of like the design language of the UX, and there's nothing here that's smaller than my fingertip. So just as a thing, like using something every single day, this is pretty good. All right, looks like the first layer looks pretty much flawless. And we're off to the races, so let's see what it does. There is some kind of little hanger that got in the way over there. See a little mess up. I think I might have had the Z set a little bit too low. That's okay. Yeah, it looks like I had it just a hair too low. Actually, it's on the second layer now, so I'll just keep it where it is. By the way, Mingda, I do like your new logo. I think it's a cool little upgrade. Alright, I think I heard the fans turn on. They're so quiet, it's hard to tell. Yeah, the fans are now on, and looks like we're going pretty quick now. Does it say how long this is going to be? No, it just says how long it has been printing. So, 3 minutes so far. But we're already at 3%, so it should be pretty quick. It looks like it's a tiny little print. Fun. Okay. Very quiet machine. I like how that saves during printing. Yes, Michael, that's what I was trying to say. Like the fact that you can do that and then also save it to EEPROM right there, instead of waiting for after. Like even in Clipper, if you make this change, you have to wait until the print is done and then save it to the config. Also, the LED is not blue, like I mentioned earlier. I wonder, let me open, I don't think I've seen Mingda in Orca Slicer. Let's see what they have. Artillery, BQ, Voxelab Aquila is in there now. I didn't even notice that. That's cool. VZBot, Rat Rig, Elegoo, ton of Elegoo machines. Anchor, Orca, Ultimaker, Anycubic, FL Sun, Tronxy, Bamboo, Folger Tech, which is crazy. Sobel, Raise, Voron, Creality, Brusa, Two Trees, Snapmaker, Chitty Tech, and Tradoon. Okay, so if we were to use this with Orca Slicer, I would do an Ender, I guess. I would do an Ender 3 S1 because of the direct drive. Maybe even the Ender 3 S1 Pro would probably be the best fit out of these profiles. The SV06 would actually probably work from Sobel. Yeah, I think that might actually be... Nah, we'll just use the Ender profile, I think. Yeah. Orca now has a generic... Yes, so generic Marlin, generic Clipper are both in here. Very easy to set up. The reason why you would want to pick another machine is because there are more profiles that are specific to those machines, and you might get you a little bit closer without you needing to figure much out. I've tried both ways. Both ways work really well. And Orca Slicer is definitely a really great slicer. I obviously opened it before Cura. Nowadays, that's just how it is. I think for this one, I'm just gonna go with the Ender 3 S1 Pro as the profile. I think that'll be the closest. So confirm. And let's see what the dimensions are. I just realized you guys don't see the screen. Slicer. Let's see. Nope. Yes, there we go. Okay. What we got going on here? Oops, I think I'm moving the wrong screen. Totally am. Where is the button that I'm looking for? No, not that. This? No. Is it you? No. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, so we have this, and then let's go to the actual browser over here. By the way, here are the differences right here. Quick swap extruder. So they are thinking that you might purchase a second extruder and have an all metal setup, I guess. Hot end cable U-shaped groove. Okay, right, that's in the back. Hotbed. Temperature indicator, so the RGB. PI sheets. All metal heat break is replaceable. Right, they didn't include one there. So there you go. I wanted to see the size. What is the official size? Obviously I can guess. Where are we at? Print size 230, 230, 260. There you go. So let's change this to 260. Change this to 230. 230. And we'll save this as 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Let's save this one as Mingda X2. Cool. All this will leave the same. Should be really similar. Yep. And it's set really slow out of the box. Real slow. The Ender, but we can definitely go faster than that. All this should be good to go. But the reason why you'd want to do this in the first place is because, well, actually, you only get several of these. Can you get the rest of them in here? Yeah, I mean, these are the rest of the machines. I guess Creality just has several of them. Well, that's all we need for now. Standard profile, yeah. Cool. So there, you can run it in Orca. That was pretty easy to set up. That's how I would do it. All right, let's see how we're doing. I haven't looked. Never heard of Orca. Orca Slicer is hot right now. It's based off of Bamboo Labs, which is based off of Prusa Slicer, which is based off of so on and so forth. But it essentially took Bamboo Lab Slicer and allowed you to put in plenty of other machines. And it's extremely powerful, has a lot of tools. Here's some of my favorite stuff that's really easy. Let me pull it back up. Oh, I quitted, didn't I? There we go. Some of the coolest stuff is you can right-click, add primitive. You want a benchy? Here's a benchy. Very easy to do. There's a bunch of these little ones. You can even do just regular things like you don't necessarily need to do anything specific. Those are nice and easy. Here's another cool one. Make a separate second build plate. Set up different types of prints in here. Maybe you want to do different colors, different settings. You got that. In here on top, if you go to calibration, you can do temperature, flow rates, pressure advance is done right in here, if it's supported, obviously. You can do a bunch of different testing through here with tutorials. For example, if you do, I don't know, let's just go temperature. You'd be able to pick your filament, say the start temp, the end temp, hit it, and it puts it in here for you. It changes all of these settings based on what you set up, and then you can just print it from here. If you have any kind of Wi-Fi machine, in here, in this little button, you can add that profile. So for example, your IP of Clipper or Octoprint, and then you can hit device, and you'll see the machine here. Obviously, we don't have one online right now here. I can show you. If I go to my Voron, if I go to my Voron and hit device, here is my current Voron that's sitting next to me. So it's built in, you don't have to open your browser, and that's obviously extremely nice. What we got? Where is that Creality machine? Alright, I named it to Magician. The part that I also like about it is the printer settings are separate, just like this, from the rest of the things. Like here you have your filament specific settings, and here you have your quality, your speed, your strength. So this is like print settings. So I like the fact that I can choose a different filament and keep majority of my settings the same. And there's things like in the filament, for example, maybe this one PLA that I'm working with needs some kind of override, like maybe it needs a little bit more retraction, or it likes a longer wipe distance. You can set that for just that filament, hit save, name it for that filament, and you have that profile set up without changing everything, which was kind of the downside of how Cura worked. Is Cura has all of this stuff but just in a longer list without it being split apart like that. So this lets you manage it just a little bit more, but it's, to me, this is very, very similar to Cura. There's actually some downsides to this where some of the settings are a bit more complicated. Like for example, the cooling settings, you have to like learn this. Like the minimum layer time and the maximum layer time with the fan actually has to do with the speed. There's just some interesting stuff in here, and the cool part is if you click on any of these, they'll take you to a tutorial of what each one of these things does. So very, very good slicer, actually. Yes, it just keeps getting better. Also, did that not work? Oh, because this is probably blocking it. All right, hold on, let me turn that off. There we go. Now we can see. Yes, Orca's pretty good right now. Orca's become a new favorite. The integration with Clipper is awesome. Yeah. That's one of the main reasons why I like it. I have a bunch of Clipper machines now, and it just makes it easier. Also, on Mac, I know this is kind of funny. Like I did an entire tutorial on how to open multiple Cura windows at the same time. Orca just lets you go to, File, New Window, and it makes a new window. I know that's like a funny thing. It is not a thing on Windows. You can just open it again. But there's a bunch of little things that it fixes. Yes, that's always going to happen. Open source, that's how open source works, right? Everyone's kind of standing on the shoulders of giants. The problem isn't when they do that. The problem is when they do that and then say it's theirs. That's the problem. Hey, Renovic, how are you? Yeah, it looks clean. Yeah, it's definitely clean, simple. It's good stuff. Does Orca have the newest tree supports? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Is Orca compatible with Linux? I'll tell you in a second. Why don't we just check real quick? So you can go on Soft Fever. This is where you would find it on GitHub. If you go right here to the releases, here's all of the changes. There's a bunch of cool stuff that they added. Linux, yep, right here they already have it zipped up, ready to go. Intel Macs, Apple Silicon, Windows. Have you done a speed test yet? I have on other machines, not on this one. It's actually printing the very first thing that, the very first thing on here is the bunny. I haven't even looked. Yeah, it's looking pretty much flawless. But yeah, Orca Slicer seems to be the way that slicers need to move forward, and I think Cura will have some huge update. Cura is always innovating with stuff, obviously. Same with Prusa Slicer, but I think it's cool to have options. And so far, nothing has been more compelling than Orca Slicer, in my opinion. I just love the interface. There's some things I don't like about it, but majority of the things are pretty good. You can also run Orca in a Docker on Unraid. Wow, and use a browser if you have a lower spec PC. That's pretty cool, Serge. I didn't know that. That's cool. Caleb, we're printing the only file that exists on here. It just said Bunny, and it was on the SD card. We're printing it. So far, what are your first impressions with this printer? It's super quiet. Putting it together is a breeze. I think this price is really great for the features that you have. Filament runout, really nice, manageable hot end assembly, double cooling fans. This is a great machine. I think the problem for this type of machine isn't the machine. It's the fact that the marketing for other companies is crazy good. Anyone that types in 3D printer right now will hear Bamboo Lab, and they'll see those prices. And a lot of people are going to get discouraged. Obviously, a lot of people are going to buy in because it's so easy and great and fast. But a lot of people are going to be discouraged because the price points are very high. I just built the $1,000 Voron. The Creality K1, it's what, $600 now, right? $599? $600? If you don't know anything about 3D printing, or even if you do, $600 is still a bunch of money. So I'm very impressed so far, but I'm not speaking much about it because I have had, like I said, every other Magician machine that they've made so far, and this is right on par. I feel like this is a natural evolution of the X with just some very minor improvements. So far, so good. I would love to, to be able to tweak it a little bit further and see what it is, but I really like the machine. Yeah, full-size SD card, USB-C on the front, and USB as well. So you could use full-size SD or put in micro SD in a adapter. That would work as well. That's what I like about most slicers that are based off Slicer, right? That's the original, right? They've built it on, the workflow's fast, the more streamlined. Yeah. Yep. Cura 5.4 is giving me all kinds of weird stuff, like adding layers to the skirts. Whoa. Slicer engine keeps shutting down randomly. Ooh, yeah. You might want to do like a fresh install on that. I still love my bed slingers. Yeah, I think there's a couple, more than a couple. There's some elitists going around in the 3D print community. Bamboo Lab's not the only answer, and it kind of frustrates me to no end. I obviously am a giant fan of their stuff. I'm a giant fan of the direction that 3D printing is going. I think it's incredible. But the discount printers like this, I think, is just kind of silly. If those machines are the Ferraris, there's plenty of room for, a Prius. Plenty of room for a Camry. You know what I mean? So, nice I/O. Yep. Yep. Yeah, nice solid machine here for sure. People are getting crazy on Core XY, but a good bit splitting can produce a great print. Yeah, I mean, I would say 99.9% of all the Follow me. Follow me. Oh, the spool's in the way. 99% of the stuff that I've ever created is made on a bed slinger. These incredible RC machines that are fully functional and 3D printed in extraordinary detail. I'm literally surrounded by 3D printed things, and majority of them are done on a regular old bed slinger. Like Core XY is definitely the future. The fact that the bed doesn't have to move with large objects, you can go faster. Do you need that? Probably not. In the future, if that's the direction it should be headed. But not everyone can afford that stuff. Not everyone can afford to be on the leading edge of 3D printing. The part that I honestly don't like is people will buy a Bamboo Lab machine and now they're some kind of, they feel like, you know, because they spent a bunch of money, they're on some kind of level, and they seem to talk down a lot on people that don't have that kind of money, and obviously can't print as fast as them, like it's some kind of race or something. I don't like that part at all. I like to be super inclusive in this hobby, invite everybody, help, teach, you know, that type of thing. I'm actually going to use the bamboo to make parts for my Ender 3 V2 and ANET A8. Yeah, the ANET. I've definitely been thinking about trying to hunt one down that's like boxed up somewhere. I think that would be a cool going down memory lane type of little project. GM, I have zero experience with any Elegoo machine. I have never even looked at them, to be honest with you. So I'm not the best person to ask that question. I don't know their names. I don't know anything about them. I've never contacted them. They've never contacted me. We've definitely successfully avoided each other. Speed benches. So, you know, they have a place. Like, I think it's really cool to be able to push the mechanics of a printer. And, you know, it reminds me of, you know, racing in cars. Like, if a car starts killing it on rally, you know, Evos, WRXs, that's the direction that things start going. You know, you're innovating through racing. And I think it's cool. I just don't like the elitism that it brings out, you know? Preach. Come on, man. The whole bamboo superiority is weird. Yes, mostly wealthy people that would never know that they're wealthy. Yeah. Yes. I somewhat get it. You feel cool, you know, when you buy one, and you should. You just bought a really cool machine. Like, I don't want people to get me wrong. Like, I'm not against bamboo literally in any way. I think that they've done such a, like, them existing has pushed everybody tremendously. And now we have machines like this at this price, printing like this. You kidding me? In a year's worth of time? I have nothing but good things to say about bamboo for that. The problem is the Ferraris are great, but no modding like the Prius. Thinking of doing a switchwire. Switchwire is a great project. You can ask Jeff in the comments here. He has a cool switchwire and a bunch of other amazing Vorons. But the switchwire project seems like a cool 3D printer, just fun. Only thing about Elegoo that I really don't like really, is the lack of parts on their website. Like I said, I've never looked. Yeah, I have a feeling the majority of those type of machines, just like this one, you can probably get away with a bunch of off-the-shelf parts. This one has a bunch of proprietary parts on it as well, but majority of things that are wearables, like nozzles and heat breaks and things, are generic. No, I meant that. In a few groups, and you nailed it when you said that they feel superior. Craftsmen, yeah. I mean, I see it in our own Discord. I see it pretty much everywhere, in every group and every post. You know, technically, this type of thing used to happen with Ender 3s too. People would buy an Ender 3, and after 2 weeks, they felt like they're an expert, and they start talking down to people that are just starting. I've seen it for years now. But I feel like it's escalated a bit because of the price of the machines. The price of entry is very high. You know, if you're 16 years old and you just bought yourself, or your parents bought you a really cool car that other people can't afford, you're gonna tick those people off. This is similar, I guess, to how this is. The speed benches that everyone cheats with to make them faster. Yeah. I mean, I've done it myself. Where I didn't quite follow the rules to try to go as fast as possible. I get it. 2 switch wires and an underwire. Jeff, man, you're the man. You have some seriously cool projects, man. Yeah, I learned a lot building the Voron Trident, like a lot. And with the amount of machines that you have, Jeff, with the Vorons, if I learned that much with one, I can only imagine the knowledge that's packed into your brain after all those machines. The best thing that happens with Bamboo coming to the market is shaking things up. Yeah, it needed to happen. Everything was super stagnant. All the printers were the same. They were jacking up the prices on them. Yes. That's definitely one of the best things. Obviously, people are getting really cool machines that print super fast, but the fact that they pushed everybody is amazing. Still rocking my V1 Mingda. Nice. Ended up changing the hot into a Volcano setup. Oh, cool. On my Magician Pro, that's right behind this one technically. Like it's literally through there. Like that's the Magician back there. I put a V6 nozzle. I put a Volcano 6mm nozzle on there. And if I ever need to print big, I go on that one. Building a custom macro pad right now. Just struggling with firmware. Firmware is always the struggle. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I was huge into keyboards for a while. I designed a bunch. One of the reasons why I got into 3D printing was trying to print my own keyboard designs. So yeah, I've hand-wired and programmed a ton. I haven't done in a little while, actually. Maybe I'll get back to that at some point, because it is a really fun little project. But MacroPad might be a good way to go. Right now I've been using... Let's see if I can flip you guys over. I've been using my Retroid with... what's this app called? Touch Portal. So this changes the cameras, like... So that's kind of what I've been doing, like to mute. I didn't actually talk there. It just makes it easy. It's a nice little Android tablet, essentially, but multi-use. But yeah, it would be nice to have like a macro pad just sitting here, so I don't have to use this thing here. That'd be nice. Oh man, I broke my Cheetech X Smart 3 trying to box clipper. How'd you break it? What happened? They do have some specific things that you need in there to make it work, because they don't want you to be on the latest, so they can kind of control the versions, because they run USB to their tool head and their screen. They're both USB interfaces, so they can't have a mismatch or else they won't work. That's how you kind of like brick them. But I think you can unbrick them. There's a procedure to unbrick these things. And if you have the new hot end, like if you don't, by the way, if you don't, and you can fix that machine, get it back running, highly suggest you buying the new hot end. It really, it's quite an improvement. I looked into getting a Voron kit, Bamboo or K1. Ultimately went with a Bamboo P1S, yes, with AMS. Their AMS system is awesome. It's the best one on the market, for sure. The fact that you can stack them, I mean, it's just the best. I can easily and confidently say that. Yeah, you can print parts for your Voron. Yes. Yeah. Even if you don't use it for multicolor, even if you use it like to run your spools all the way dry so that it can just go to the next spool, I would love one for that. I can't wait to buy an AMS to use it with other machines. That's what I really want. I want somebody to make some in-between part that lets you use it, or just them releasing something that'll let you use it for anybody, any machine. That would be... They would sell so many of those. They would sell endless. They wouldn't be able to keep up, probably, with those AMS units. I got my 3D Max filament today. Hey, nice. Sorry, it took a little while there. But glad you got it, Cedric. Haha, keyboards, S10. Yeah, I have a ton. I don't know if you saw one up there. One of the first... One of the... Well, there's two up there. We're almost done. We're on the ears of the bunny. I call this the 668. This is one of my designs. You can print it on an ender. It's split into two parts. You can hand wire this or use a 68 key PCB. There's some printed keys on here if you don't want to buy. This is meant to be the cheapest possible. If you don't want to buy anything, but you got your browns on this particular one. Runs a little Android, Arduino, what's this thing called? Not a Pico. Teensy. It runs a little Teensy board. Fits right in there. But, I made a bunch of these things. Look at this keycap up here, actually. Well, let me get the light. Let me catch the light. Come on, light. No. The Crimson Trooper. Yeah. I know this as well, and that would be the main reason why I would build one. I want that so much. So, one weird thing that I've done for some reason, and I still can't comprehend why, and I do it anyway, is I've never thrown out an almost empty spool. I take them off the spool, and I have a bag filled with almost ends of spools, like literally a giant bag full. And one day, I figured I would make like a rainbow thing, like a giant print of some sort where I'd put all these to use. And I've never been able to do it, so I would love to have some kind of endless spool setup. It would be really nice. Feder, can you give me a quick head count on the printers you have now? I just talked about this earlier. I just hit my 49th machine. 7 of them are still boxed. Well, 6. This was one of them that was still boxed. So I have 6 machines to get to still until we hit 49 on the channel. I don't have them all here. I sell them or give them away either to family. I've donated them to schools, libraries, that type of thing, depending on the machine, obviously. If I do sell them, I sell them on my Discord for at least 50% off, just because I'm not here to make a profit off of them. Obviously, some amount would be nice. They're not free for me, even though they seems like I do. I get them for nothing. I put in a ton of effort and work to make these videos happen. So I do occasionally sell them, but I would sell them on my Discord if you're interested in buying any used machines from me. But yeah, 49 to answer your question. I've only made one custom 75. 75 is great. 68 is my favorite, but yeah, it's good. Well, 68 key. I think that's still 75 even. Even though I'm learning with the P1S, I feel like one of these Mingda X2s would also be badass for the price. Yeah, I mean, think about how much cheaper that is, right? You can buy several of these. Obviously, it's not blazing speed like a Bamboo would have been done that in a long time, but you can go faster on this. A little bit faster. Not much, but a little bit. My dad has a low. You gotta hit me again with that one, Taylor. 3D Chameleon makes a pretty cool system, yes, and it's cheap. Figured out a way to use it with a band. I saw that. There's a little adapter. Really cool. It's pretty cool. I don't know if anyone has experience. Didn't someone in the Discord, one of the Chitty Tech guys bought one in the Discord. I don't think I ever followed up to hear if they did a good job or not. Or not if they did a good job, if it does a good job. Being so new to it all, I'm still trying to learn and absorb info. That is a really good mentality to have. I appreciate even hearing that. I just, you're in a really good spot. Like, the Bamboo machine is going to do so much for you. I would just say just print as much as possible and enjoy it. And don't be a D-bag about it. I mean that in the least rude way as it possibly can. But you seem like a cool dude. Use a filament splicer. Yes, I've tried several. They've all been garbage. Serge, I haven't found a good one. If you have a suggestion for me, I would love to hear it. Also, Mickey, like, ask questions. Like, I say this to a lot of new people, like, don't be scared to ask questions. It's going to be the only way you learn. You'll either learn by somebody telling you, or you'll learn from some mistake that'll break something. But like I said, jump in the Discord. There should be a link in the description for our Discord. There's so many people in there. A bunch of them have Bamboo Lab machines. You can ask questions. You can share your prints, that type of thing, and troubleshoot if in case you need to. I doubt you'll have any problems with your machine. But P1S is really cool, and I'd love to see what you make with the machine, especially because you're new and you have that perspective on printing. So yeah, I'd really be interested in what you're doing with the machine and just how you're enjoying it. I think you're in a pretty unique situation where that's your first machine. And I think a lot of people are going to want that as their first machine. So that's pretty cool. Have you tried any of those PE wide PEO plates? I haven't. I've wanted to. In fact, I wanted to make a video testing all of the plates, and I bought a ton of them. There's a pile of them down there. I just went on Amazon and bought as many as I could in the standard size. And as soon as I bought all those, Uncle Jesse made a video that's literally the same video. So I just dumped it. Like all of them came. I have literally a pile of them, and his video came out. Nothing. Yeah, obviously that's just unrelated. Great minds think alike. But why make the same video twice? But I think it's really cool, and there's use cases for when it, like if you needed a face plate of some sort printing it on one of those cool holographic things, having that effect, very, very cool, very novelty. I wouldn't print it on that every day, but would be pretty cool. My dad has a 250. Oh, you mean like the Low is a brand that I'm probably unfamiliar with. $250 keyboard for programming. Yeah. I have a pretty snazzy custom-built, scratch-built board as well that I really enjoy at my office. If I go to Instagram, whoa. Let's see if that works. Hey, it does. So on my Instagram here, can I dismiss this? I think I did a whole build. Oh, I think it was like on my personal one. Is it just Fetter Sawston? Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Small. Oh, come on, Instagram, really? Wait, you have to be signed in to even just look? I don't want to sign in. Well, anyway, yes, I've built a bunch of boards. Is there more? Come on, Instagram. That's so lame. I'm very discouraged. But yeah, I'm very familiar. A PO built plate for one of my printers. Nice. Yeah, let us know how that is. Please post results in the cord. Yep. I agree. Speed is nice, personal printer, but I've already found ways to prototype small brackets and misc parts for work. The speed is nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like that's... I mean, oh, here we go. I think we're done. We'll let it cool down just a bit before we remove it. Give us a little beep. Print completed, 39 minutes. Confirm. Cool. Let's move that forward a bit. Looks like there's a little bit of stringiness up top here, but not a big deal. I'll show you a little bit closer when we're done. By the way, that reminds me, I said after we check out the print and talk about it, I'll be choosing a winner for the PLA giveaway by 3D Max. So at the top of the chat, there should be a pinned comment. Go ahead and jump into the gleam.io link. Let me see how many of you guys are in there already. 28 people, so your chances of winning a roll are pretty high. You have to be present and you have to be in the United States. Instagram is dead. Yeah, I really wish it wasn't. I really like the platform. I actually started on Instagram with 3D Print SOS. I kind of went all in at one point, just trying to do like the highest quality stuff, feeding the algorithm, posting once a day, and it never brought me a single thing, except for friends. I did meet some cool people on Instagram, but definitely never went anywhere with it. I did in fact join the Discord. I'll be posting in there and asking questions soon. Cool. I can dig the vibe you got. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying to, hanging out, enjoying the hobby, help everybody, and, stand on the shoulders of giants type of thing. We're just hanging out, man. So, I do these live feeds because, live streams because which I still really enjoy making videos and I'll continue doing them, but when I do videos, I'm doing this, just talking to myself and the camera alone down here, right? when I do these live streams, I got music playing, I got people to chat to and answer questions. You know, it's just better. Subaru, yeah. So it's my third Subaru. I have a 2020 Outback at the moment, with a couple little things done to it because I can't leave anything stock at all in my life. But yeah, big Subaru fan. I had a lifted Forester for a while, manual. Then I decided, after off-roading it for a while, to get an automatic because it has a torque converter and lower gearing. So I did an Impreza wagon that I also lifted with a bigger tire for a little while. And then I bought this Outback. Definitely significantly more luxurious than the other two Subarus that I've had. And, you know, it's a really good family car. It's reliable. So I'd love to have a project car. Because the Subaru Outback is the most boring car to drive ever. But the interior is amazing. The dashboard, the wheel, very good. Alright, I think the bunny should be ready to pull off. That was actually pretty quick. It's not bad, 40 minutes. I have two Subarus, hey. I can relate. Hey, Andre, how are you? Now that's a bed cable. Yeah, the bed cable is actually nice. Outback XT, nice. Yeah, I decided not to go XT. Because I would get in trouble. I would just modify it too much. I honestly tried to hold myself back. If I had anything with a turbo, I would not be able to let it go, and as in like my need to modify. So I decided to just go with the regular 2.5. It's good to get to work, super reliable. You can fix it with a screwdriver, tape, flashlight. That's all you need. Super basic stuff. You know, I do all the work myself on everything. Obviously, it's a new car, so I haven't had to do anything. I've had 4 Subies. Nice. Latest 21 Outback XT Onyx. Yes. It's so good. Yeah, I got the one I specifically wanted. I have the premium non-XT. I have black wheels that I put on it, some nice Sparkos, black sport grille from a newer model at the moment, and I wanted the gray cloth interior. I hate leather. I've always hated it. So I got the interior upgrade. So I have the good dashboard, the full screen, with the updated 2022. By the way, since you have a 21, I don't know if you've been to the dealer, but I highly suggest you get the updated firmware on your screen. They change a couple buttons around, and it makes it much, much better. Really crazy tangent. Mach-E, nice. Cool car. I really like it. It should be called the Mach-E and not Mustang anything. Had a few Subies. Nice. Forester now. Had an Impreza before. Same. We're practical people. That's what it is, John. We're practical people. Wifey wanted the turbo. Nice. Yep. Love the Forester XT. Did they? I think there's a recent XT, isn't there? I don't know, actually. Yeah. I stopped following the Forester after the SGs. The SGs were my favorite, like when they were still wagons. I think they got a little too soft when they got a little shorter and taller. Now they look way better, I think, but they're still kind of awkward. No worries with all caps. All right, so let's check out this firmware. Because I was reading the word firmware. Let's check out this little bunny. We're thinking about doing a firmware update. Yeah, definitely 100% do the firmware update. It changes the controls on the bottom and makes it a little bit more usable. And I had this crazy problem with mine where it would break occasionally, almost full stop braking without anything being in the way. And my whole stereo, all of the dashboard would turn off during a drive and then turn on a couple minutes later. I've been to the dealer 2 times for that specific problem, and this latest firmware fixed everything. So it was just some weird firmware issue that was happening. Same things. See? They dropped the turbo. Well, alright, let's check this out. Came right off. Alright, hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, you guys can see. Yeah, I mean, that is smooth. Can you guys see the light there? You know, I know it's not a very complicated thing here, but perfect bottom. The only problem I see here is there's some stringing on the ears. Let's see if I can just pop them off real quick. Yep, nothing too bad. In fact, I think I even have this here. For quick cleanup. There we go. I'll just get those little stringies out of here. Cool. Nice and easy. You know, we should test the Orca slicer profile. You know, I'm not gonna finish another print in this stream, but you know, this is such a basic print, you know. But yeah, let's look at the top layers. Can you guys see the top here? I'll try to shine it in the light. Yeah. You know, not much, you know, nothing too crazy there. You know, what can we say? What is that lovely noise? Of something on the wheels? Still got styrofoam here and there. Can you finish another print, 20mm cube? Alright, let's see. Here's what we'll do. It's not 12 yet. You guys cool with continuing? I'll do it. Let's go slicer window. Let's open bamboo up. I mean, Orca. What filament did you use? I used Keyline Pi PLA Plus by 3D Max. Print away. Alright, let's go here. Alright, Mingda, PLA, we'll do add primitive. Cube seems boring. Or the Orca cube takes a little while. Voron cube takes a little while. This takes a while. I guess I can just do a, whoops, not sphere. I can just do a cube, but that's not. Let's just do Benchy. You know, at least we'll start it and see where it goes. And then I'll just increase the speed on the machine itself, because I know for a fact this slicer profile is going to be slow, just based off the stock accelerations that they have here. This is slow. I know this machine is capable of going faster than 500. Maybe, I mean, that should be nothing. Yeah, I'll just do that for now. Save. Mingda Magician, yeah. There we go. Oh, did I just save over it again? Oh, you big dummy. Hold on. Let's go here. We go in here. X. Delete. Mingda Magician. Motion. And then the other thing you can do is in extruder. Is it extruder? No, it's in the filament. Let's go to the filament setting. In here there is a volumetric speed. It's 12 is probably realistic actually. Alright, let's do preheat. I love the double click preheat. It's so good. Let's see what it's going to print at. 220, that's probably a little too high. Let's go 210. Let's save this as, whoops, PLA, 3D print, SOS. Guys, while I'm doing this, okay. Mingda Magician X PLA. While I'm doing this, make sure you guys jump into that giveaway for the filament. While we get this thing going. Cali Cat. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to grab one. I'll just use this, whatever's in here. Nice quick calibration print. That is true. That is true. Let me go here. So I usually like to do about 6 of these. The distance will make it 5 millimeters away. We'll do 1. The reason for that is 6 skirts is enough to check the Z beforehand. No brim. Let's see. Label objects, that's all fine. No support. Speed, wow, that's slow. Let's do 60. 80. Yeah, I mean, the Ender profile on here is extremely conservative. Outer wall, we'll do 80. Actually, let's do 60. And even this is super conservative. Sparse infill, we can do 100. Solid infill, 80. Top surface, 60. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to mess with this later. And really kind of tune it in. But there's no need for it to go this slow. It's capable of going faster. Where is the travel speed on initial? Not on quality. Strength, 2 walls. Okay, that's fine. 15, that's fine. Quality, 222. Yep. Yeah, this is all good. We'll keep it all the same. All right, let me name this thing. Mingda Magician X2, 0.2 millimeter 3D print SOS. I put 3D print SOS on there so I know that that's the one that I've changed. Q defined brim. So brim, I can show you here. Let me show you with it on. So if we go to outer only, for example, and I slice. Whoops. Why is it not? Oh, so this probably has to be zeroed out for that to work. What? Oh, brim width. Sorry, 10. There we go. So brim attaches a single layer of filament to whatever it is that you're printing, and it essentially acts almost like glue to give it a bigger surface area to help from peeling away. So if you have trouble with adhesion, especially in corners, brim would solve that, or at least help solve that. And a lot of things require brim. Like I said, anything that has a really sharp edge on it would benefit greatly. What I like to do is I set this usually on 6-ish. So when we hit, so a skirt, as you can see, it's not attached to the print, but it still gives you some amount of time to be able to fix Z offset if it's an issue, and also purges some more filament. So I keep it on this, but that's what brim does. Assists to keeping parts more grounded. Yeah, essentially it's like tape. It's almost like glue. Yeah. Oh, really? This is kind of cool. 3D Max. I'm assuming you're saying 3D Max. Oh, you can't see it on my screen. 3D Max PLA will take the heat outside. I have a family member that leaves a bunch of my prints in his car's front window. Really? 107 temps here. 107 Fahrenheit temps. No change or damage to the print, even after sitting. What is the color of the print? Because I have had black PLA get a little droopy on me. All right. Anyway, let's let's see what this says. So this is an hour 44. I mean, it's this. Don't let that time dictate what this printer is capable of, because this is not a profile that's set up in any way for this machine. But you can probably get that down to an hour and still have a pretty good, like really high quality benchy. Okay, let me get the SD in there. But let's get this print started. And I'll crank the speed up again a little bit on the machine itself once we actually have it printing. Export G-code file. No name, 3D Benchy, name 3D Benchy PLA. I remember when having sub 2 hour benchies was not only normal, it was like great. And now it's like comedy hour. Let's eject. Alright, we got 11:30. Let's print for a little bit longer and then I'll go ahead and check things out. Reduce style, it's okay. I'm not gonna change it any further. It's fine. But yeah, that would definitely make it a little better. Okay, let's here, I'll minimize this. Does it go away? Oh, cool. All right, let's go to here. All right, should be preheated still. Yep, it is. Let's go to print, SD. Benchy's on here. Nope, had the wrong one. Bench, confirm. Why does it want to cool the filament down to 150? Let's go back to Orca. Why would it want to cool down to 150? It's set to 290. Is it just for homing? No, there it goes. Now it's going to 210. So it went down to 150 for homing. And now it's going back up to 210. Which is what we have it set at, because I want to crank the speed up a little bit. And that would be in the percentage setting over here. My clear PLA sits in the car, no problem. Black PLA plus, same manufacturer, drooped in the garage. Yeah, John, I would say that's accurate. The color matters. It's going to probe again. Yep. I don't think it's going to do a mesh. I actually didn't even look at the start G code, so this would be a great test. In Orca starts to preheat to 150 for homing. Yeah. Yep. Check your start. I didn't even look. Okay, interesting. All right, there we go. It's going down. Yeah, I mean, the speeds are definitely gonna have to be tweaked for if you want to really get all of this machine. I'm gonna stop that. I stopped it because the Z offset was so low, we were grinding there. What's up with that? I'm gonna go ahead and do menu, settings, Z offset again. Whoa! Look at that screen that I've never seen before. That's the mesh. That's not Z offset. I guess it's Z offset for the whole thing. Interesting. It's not even that far off. That's pretty good. That's good. I don't know what to do here exactly. There's an up and a down. I'm just gonna exit out of that. Alright, you know what we'll do? Oh, baby step, that's what they call it. They call it baby stepping. Why is my mouse not working? Oh, did my mouse die? It did. Alright, hold up. Ender 3 start G code. Yes, I am using Ender 3 start G code. But I can't see the rest of your comment because my mouse is not working. Apparently, I didn't charge it. Oh, now that froze the cameras. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Wait. Cameras. I look like a serial killer over there. Oh, this camera's working. Hold on. Everyone hear me okay still? Wow. That's pretty good. Okay, so it can't handle this mouse. Why? That's so random. Okay. Okay, what if I unplug? Whoa, as soon as I unplug it. Okay, apparently that's drawing too much from my hub. Let's fix that real quick. There we go. Just get a little adapter. Plug this baby into my laptop. There we go. And now I have my mouse and the camera at the same time. Look at that. Okay, sounds good. Start G code should have G29, 28. I haven't looked. Too many devices connected. Yeah. So I have a single hub that has so much on it. Pretty much my whole desk is just using one USB-C. All right. Anyway, now I have my mouse back. Okay. Let me check this. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna go high on that. Go print SD. Let's go Benchy. Confirm. Let's try that again. Michael Townsend, that was pretty neat. Which part? When I look like a murderer? Let's see how many of you guys are in on the spool. 36. Hey, cool. Still very low, very good chances to win a spool of 3D Max filament there. Honestly, so far I'm really happy with this machine. I think it's a great option for this price, plus $20 off with my coupon. 80, 70, 69, so $270. $270 for a really feature-packed, first printer-friendly machine that's really easy to set up and operate. Let's see if do they have their own slicer? Actually, on the SD card, I saw Cura. Slicer, Cura. Oh, they'll just take you to Cura. Okay. I wonder if in Cura their machines are predetermined. Actually, let me just open it. Yeah, very stable manner built. Yeah, I agree. Yes, yeah, that's a cool feature. All right, let me see if the Mingda has a built-in profile. Oh, it does. So add printer. I know you guys can't see this. Whoops. I just wanted to see if Mingda has their own magician. Nope. Mingda. Because I have all three of them in there. Mingda. Yep, the X is in here, so yes. So Cura would have predetermined. I should have sliced it in Cura. I'm just excited about the slicer. Okay, baby step. Go down by quite a bit. Go. That's looking okay. Can't quite see. Just realized I'm like kneeled on my table. Oh, and you guys get two faces. Look at that. Great view. What a view. Looks good. Yep, looks good. I'll hit save. Cool. Came in late. What type of firmware is it using? It's using some Marlin-based firmware. Nothing too crazy. It's Marlin. It's definitely not Clipper. Yeah, it's not marketed as any kind of fast machine. It's marketed as just a feature-packed machine. Although we saw the board is a proprietary board, but it has a GD32 chip, which means you should technically be able to run Clipper. The only problem you're going to run into is you're going to need to find a pinout of the board, and I don't think Mingda is going to provide you with that. They just don't need to. It would be cool if they did. Let's see what they sell in their store. So a bunch of nozzles, sock, beds, the whole hot end. That's cool. 20 bucks. Silent board. This is not the board that's in my machine. $45. Great cable. Little 3010 fans. Okay. Here's a heat break. Do they have an all metal heat break? Cool to see them selling all the parts. Film detection cables. You can just buy the entire assembly. $79. Okay. I don't know if I would do that personally, but that's not bad. Yeah, all the belts, fans, screens, thermistors. Here we go. Yeah, 25 bucks. Oh, that's a no-brainer. No-brainer. Do that. Yeah, 25 bucks with the heat sink. This is good. Oh yeah, here's the whole assembly. And this will go up to 300C. I wonder how you would do that though, because the firmware max is at 260. Yes, I agree with this right here. Also, Mingda, I didn't know, I don't know if you're still in here. I had no idea that you have your own filament. That's pretty cool. This filament looks fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Love to see it. I love that upgrades are available and they seem pretty affordable. This is cool. Excuse me. Sweet. What I was trying to find was, well, this motherboard is definitely not the same as what I have on my machine here. Magician Pro. Oh. Wait, can you pick them? Here we go. I have this. We have this one. Oh, right here. $45. Okay, so here's the board. I mean, they're labeled. I don't know if that's labeled in the same way as you would need for Clipper. Yeah, I mean, you'd really need a pinout. Maybe they're willing to give it, but it's definitely a nice little board. compact, everything you need. This heatsink's cool. It's so quiet, by the way. Check firmware. Don't see a 300C version. Yeah, that's kind of weird, don't you think? I mean, 260 is hot enough. But if you're going to be printing PETG, for example, for a while, you'd want to get the all metal anyway. I print ABS at 260, 255 on my clipper machine. So if you can stay at 255 and 260, you should be okay. Especially with the draft shield, you can make it work at 260. It's so cool that all the stuff you're able to do when you get deep into the 3D printing hobby. Yes, it's kind of endless. It really is kind of endless. I'm literally surrounded. My entire life has changed because of 3D printing. Like my monitor sits on a 3D printed thing. My laptop is propped up on a 3D printed thing. Actually, here, let's see how this is going. Oh, Benchy's growing great, by the way. Here, check this out, guys. First of all, really cool print. So check this out. So that hole, I cut a hole in it. That's 3D printed. A little grommet, very nice. Laptop sitting on top of a 3D printed thing, and the reason for that is it keeps it the same level as the computer. Not computer, the monitor. The monitor sitting on a 3D printed riser with a drawer. At work, I have a ton of 3D printed stuff too. This bracket that's holding this up, 3D printed. We can't go into the other room with this cable, unfortunately. Maybe we can. Let me see something. What if I add, whoops. What if I add a camera? Here, I'll try to do a tour real quick before 12. We'll draw right before 12 when the 3D Max giveaway will close. Video capture device. Let's do iPhone. Okay. iPhone 14 Pro camera. Oh, okay, here we go. Alright, you guys ready? I won't be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, you won't be able to hear me. You won't be able to hear me. I'll try. Let's see. We got 3D printed speaker holder. 3D printed keyboard. 3D printed modified. 3D printed drive to my computer. 3D printed folder online. Headphones. 3D printed. Everything's 3D printed. So, did you guys hear any of that? I'm deaf. Why are you deaf? Was that really loud or something? Yeah, I mean, not ideal because my microphone is right here. So that was probably a bit useless. Alright, I'll remove that so we don't mess that up later. The music was so much louder than the speech. Yeah, I was just trying to, as long as you saw what I was trying to talk about, like, everything that I have surrounding me is 3D printed. My speakers were mounted on 3D printed bases that I made in Tinkercad. So my monitor stands have these arms, and I just mounted the speakers on top of that. The keyboard fully 3D printed and soldered myself. The mouse was modified with a bunch of 3D printed parts. The computer itself is sitting on 3D printed feet to get it up off the ground, to get it a little bit cooler. the keyboard tester, what's it called, the switch tester, phone holder, coasters, literally. My headset died. Yeah, the thing that holds the headset off to the side. Just everything surrounding me. But very articulated pointing. You guys tell things go downhill when I get a little tired towards the end of the day like that. By the way, if you ever see me do this, it's because my camera knows that as a pause. So for example, right now, it'll follow me. If I do this, and it blinks, now it'll stay. So I want it to get to me again, you kind of have to do that. So if you ever see me raising my hand for some reason, it's because of the camera. Great pointing. This did it. This did it. Let me see if I can guys closer look. It's printing great. So far, so good. Printing really great. Yeah, can't knock the machine. I have nothing negative to say about it at all. I would have said that it's too expensive, but I think with the discount and the coupon, I think it's pretty good. Whoops! I just realized I closed the Mingda site. Whoa! Okay, Google. Typed in Mingda. First sponsored ad is Bamboo Lab. Is there a keyword in here? Or Google is just using all the speech from this conversation that we've had together? Yeah, search engine optimization. That's what I do for a living. Yes. So technically it's not SEO. Technically it's SEM. It's search engine marketing, because the first sponsored links are, you know, they're Google ad results. So technically this is the first result for search engine optimization. This would be the second. It has Mingda in the name. Yep, Mingda. Yep. Yeah, so these are pretty good results actually. And it should be. Mingda should be the first that pops up with Mingda. Cool machine, I have this. Also on a discount. It's funny, yeah. What's the net price with all the discounts? So this plus my $20 discount, it brings it down to $270 US. That's pretty good. Yeah, direct drive machine, all the features that you might want in a direct drive machine. I think it's a great looking machine. Like, you're not going to be mad at staring at this thing and watching it for a while. PI is a great move, 100%. All the machines should be PI, Mingda. Yeah, I think it's just a solid machine. Why am I just seeing two cursors? Whoa! Oh, it's because it thinks my slicer is open like this, but I minimized it. So you're seeing the slicer without the actual slicer. Here, I have to do it in here. I have to do it this way. Now you'll see one. You thought you were having seizure? Search. Yeah, Benchy's coming out great. Looks like it has plenty of cooling. Can I take this off somehow? I don't think I can. How can I get you guys in there? Let me think about this. I mean, obviously I can take the camera off. Let's do this. let me try something. What if we just do this? Hold on. The cable's in the way. Hold on. Let me adjust the cable. Will you behave? And then, oh, hold on. Hold on. I can tweak that. Wait. Okay, that's the closest we can get, and it moves because we can solve that too. Oh, here it is. I have double-sided tape somewhere. That's not going to be not going to destroy anything. Put that here and stick. I don't know how well the camera is going to enjoy this heat of the bed, but look at that. I think we're on to something. I think I'm going to make a little mount so that it doesn't sit on the actual hotbed. That's the last time this camera will be. I hope not. The thing was expensive. Alright. Let's see if we can turn up the speed a bit. I'm gonna go percentage. Let's click the flow button to speed. We're gonna go to... Let's go to 130 first. Great view. The cable on the X Gantry is nice too. They could have went with a dumpy cable like everyone else. I have a feeling at the bottom of the screen would like nice to be done too. Later on, you can. I opened the bottom up to show what's in there. John. If I focus on the print, it's fine. Just can't look at the background. Looks like there's a little bit of ringing going on. I can see it from here. But the cooling looks good. Oh yeah, that's a hot camera right there. That is hot. So it might not be the best idea ever. Ooh, shaky too. Let's go 150 on the speed. So this should be going at, if we set it to 80. Oh, this thing hates it. Sorry guys, this thing is not enjoying that. Yeah, it's super, super hot. Let me find a better spot for it. A little closer. Wow, it got so hot. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me, because I can't get that thing down enough. Here we go. This little box will do probably. Here we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Is that okay? How's that? I'll put this little bunny back here. Nice. Yeah, good luck, man. That's gonna be fun. Alright, Well, looks like the contest should be over now, by the way. 12 o'clock. Yep, okay. Let's go ahead and do our drawing. Thank you, Papa. I just noticed. Alright, so the way that we always do it is I got to go to the back end of this site. And let's go to winner. Draw winner. We're going to do 1. We are going to hit draw. They redid their interface on the back, by the way, which is very nice. Alright, and then we are going to announce winners in widget with avatars. Announce. So now, if we refresh, Nathan C. Nathan C, congratulations. You have won yourself a roll of 3D Max PLA. You have to be present, so hopefully you're here in the chat. Let us know. Nathan C, let us know, sir, if you're here. If Nathan does not claim his role, I will give some X amount of time, and I will redraw a winner. Also keep in mind, you have to be in the US. Can I see your location? I can see your location. You are in the US. So all you have to do, Nathan, is reply in the chat, because I'd like the person to be present when this is drawn, and we'll go from there. So what time is it now? 12:01. Let's do 5 minutes is enough, right? So 12:06. By 12:06, if you don't claim the reward, we will choose somebody else. Is that fair, everybody? And Nathan C, I'll try to keep repeating your name in case you jump back in. But let us know. No whammy. Well, it still could be. There still could be another winner, which we've done in the past. Never know. You never know. Nathan C, if you're in here. Also, let me just read the question. What was the question? What was the latest thing you printed? The latest thing Nathan has printed is a Baby Yoda. It's a fun little print. So that was out of 38 people. Pretty good chances. 1 in 38. Alright, so we'll give 4 more minutes to Nathan C to claim his role, and we will choose another person. Alright, so I think it's doing just fine at 150. Why don't we go at 200%? Whoops, whoops, whoops. No, don't stop. I clicked so many buttons. 200%. So this should be going at 160 millimeters per second. Looking pretty good, nice and smooth. And the bow looks pretty good. I don't see any problems. Looks like there's definitely some a little bit of ringing going on around the edges on the back. And that's just because this profile is just not set up. You know, acceleration and jerk settings are pretty important on a machine like this, so it doesn't have an accelerometer. So I would definitely suggest, if you are going to be using this machine, to use Cura with predetermined slicer settings, and not, at least when you're learning about the machine. You could also copy the settings in the Cura slicer to Orca. I don't think you can get up to 150, 160 with accelerated 500. I don't think. I set it to 1,000. But yeah, it definitely won't be able to. You can tell it didn't go that much faster. And there's definitely some ringing going on around the back. Right on the back here, around this corner right there. Because acceleration and jerk are not being accounted for in the slicer. What time we got? 2 more minutes. Nathan C, if you are in the comments, claim your role, please. Just you know, show yourself. I know your email. I'm not going to email you. You have to be present here. Hopefully, oh, 1 more minute. It's 12:05 according to my clock, and I'll choose another winner for the roll. Can you guys see? No, you can't. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit more on the camera. I know the quality is gonna not be as good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna lose some quality here, but might be worth it. Let's see if I can focus better. There we go. Yeah, I mean, look how smooth that side is, and then the top. I know you guys can't quite see, but maybe right there you can see that top area is super, like the actual layer it's printing right now, super smooth. Oh, here we go. That's some speed. You can actually hear it for the first time. Whoa, I wonder if it kicked in now. It's definitely going quicker now. Oh yeah, it's zooming. This is gonna be too fast without any kind of calibrations. We're really gambling. Like, this isn't how you do this. You don't just slap together some nonsense, hit 200% and go. Also, did you see the massive next line layer filament giveaway? I did. Similar to what we did with Toys for Tots on the channel when we printed, what was it, over 1,000 toys for Thanksgiving. We get 3D Max gave away 60 rolls, I believe it was, or 30 rolls, some obnoxious amount of filament. Next layer is going to have trouble tracking down all those random subscribers. That's going to be the problem, because I've done giveaways that are like that and it was hard. Yeah, see, one person claimed. Yeah, it's going to be really tough because a lot of people, when they see giveaway or anything like that, they just jump in. They're not actually subscribed or anything like that. All right, 12:07. Nathan C., your last chance. While I'm picking somebody else, I will still give you a chance to come in here and claim your prize if you're in here, Nathan C. Otherwise, we're getting a new one. What do we do with the toys after they're printed? You have to individually package them. There's rules, by the way, in the Discord. But they have to be individually packaged. That's their rule, because it has to be like a sealed toy. And then you have to donate them to Toys for Tots. There's addresses for every area of where you can go to donate them. In the past, I or Zumi have asked for at least a photo. I think you can actually send some to her as well. She definitely runs that portion of it. Oh, here we go. There's the code. Sure can, Mingda. She runs that portion of it, but that's what you do. Print a bunch of toys. They have to be sealed. There's ways to seal it. Zumi outlines everything in the Discord giveaway section. But I think we printed like something like 1,100 toys were printed for last Thanksgiving. 25% off. That's great. How about this, Mingda? What about the coupon that's in my description? Is that still functional for my link? Is this a separate link, or is this my link for the channel? Because I always like to say, like, the link was made for the channel, but is this a general coupon, or is this a link for my subscribers? Coupon, rather. Sorry. Is the coupon is that coupon for my subscribers, or is this a general coupon? What are the specs on this machine? You can find all the specs right here on the Mingda's website, but it's a 230 by 230 by 260 build area on a PI sheet. Has all the modern things that you'd want out of a bed slinging machine. As far as the acceleration goes, this is not a super fast machine. I think we're pushing it quite a lot right now with a uncalibrated profile. I think it can go plenty fast when you'd actually calibrate the profile, set your jerk, acceleration, pressure advance, things like that through the slicer at least. But as you can tell, I literally just put this into Orca with nothing, increase the speed to 200%, and it's printing this just fine. Mingda, I will append that coupon to the description. Thank you. I appreciate that. And, you know, my subscribers here and followers and people who are watching this video are definitely very appreciative of the coupon. That really makes this an extremely compelling printer, in my personal opinion. And it's just really cool to know that you could get something like this for this price. I think it's a great price point. Yep, sorry, I got distracted by all the things. New drawing. Thank you, Rafa. Sorry about that. Here, let me put this on the screen. Just so that everyone can see. Alright, let's go back to this. Nathan, see, I apologize, but we have to pick a new player. A new player, new winner. Alright, so unannounced. Let's go to... change the status to repick win. Repick. Alright, we have a new winner. Announce winners with avatar. Announce. David P. David P, you are the new winner. Oh, Nathan, you just missed it. I already picked a new person. Nathan, you missed it, my friend. I gave you the time until 2:06 to claim. I feel horrible that you're here now, just a few minutes later. You know, I'm sorry about that, but I really wanted the person to be present, and I picked a new person. Nathan, you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do, Nathan, since you're here now, and I appreciate your being here now. No, David. No, David, you get it. I'm gonna send you one myself. Nathan, okay, so Nathan, since you're here, both you and David send me an email to Fedor, Fedor, at 3dprintsos.com. Okay, Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. Send me an email and just saying you're the winner, and I'll touch base. I have your information, so I know which email it's going to come from. So those who decide to just send me a random email saying you won, it's not going to work. I can see where these people are from and their email addresses. I appreciate you being here to the end and coming in here. I know there's a delay with YouTube, so I'm not going to hold it against you. I will send you a roll of filament, Nathan. And as far as you, David, go on the 3D Max website. You can just click the link down in the description to get to the site. Choose a filament that's in stock, and I'll forward your information to 3D Max. But you, Nathan, send me an email, and I'll get in touch with you, and I will myself send you a roll that I have here. Because your voice, nah, it's you got it, man. You got it. Both you guys. The great Fendor. Fendor still sounds like some place from Star Wars. You know, you guys don't have to say that. I'm just, you know, be a good person. It doesn't matter if you're red, blue, yellow, green, have 3 legs. Just be decent. That's literally that's how politics should be run. Just be decent. Stop being a scumbag. Absolutely, David, and congratulations to both of you guys. You know, 3D Max has been really, really good to me, and paying it forward, it just feels good, you know. They've never asked me to do anything in return ever. Neither has Mingda, actually, and they sent me this machine in February, like I said. And I always appreciate the people that give me the time and don't nag me or want anything from me. I'll always return the favor. 3D Max has never asked me of anything at all, so anytime you ever hear me mention 3D Max, it's not because they asked me or paid me. No, I really like the filament, and they have my back and I have theirs. The plane, I want to do it. I think about it almost every single day. It's done, it's back there, the electronics are right there. I just need to do it. And the part that stops me from doing the plane is all of the boxes that are off to the side here that are taking up the entire hallway. and I have to get through these things before I do the projects. But I really, really want to do the plane. I will do the plane. Absolutely, Nathan. Congratulations on winning the role. So, like I said, my first name, Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. I'll be waiting for both your emails from there. Yes, I always do. I always appreciate it when I see that. Yeah, I'll have, sometimes I'll have some company that'll send me a single roll of filament, and they will literally bother me just for months about a review video for a roll of filament. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. So, like I said, when someone scratches my back, I scratch theirs. Hey, Cedric, I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm literally picking up my S1 Pro from my buddy and driving back home watching the live. Hey, you be safe doing that. Don't watch, just listen. JP. The plane, boss, the plane. Nice. Yeah, that's over my head. Over my head. All right, what time we got? 12:16. All right, I'll be probably cutting this short at some point here soon. But this thing's going pretty well. You know, I can see some issues here and there, but I can't discount that on the machine. It's the profile. It's just an untuned profile. The fact that it was able to just take 200% of a dial of an untuned profile should tell you enough about this machine, I think. Yes, that's how I do, JP, that's how I do a lot of lives. I usually catch them, well, most of them I catch sometimes at work, and I'll have one ear in while I'm working or doing something like that. So I too listen and watch them like a podcast. Yeah, machine's nice and quiet. Is it me or the color has changed on the RGB? Did it go from like, is it changing color as the print goes? Yeah, it looks like we have a little bit of stringing now too. So it's just a completely untuned, random profile. So just keep that in mind. I probably should have just used Cura. They obviously provided Cura. It's in there's profiles embedded into Cura. I was just being stubborn. So just keep that in mind. Multitasking, yeah. Another great live stream. Thank you. I'm glad it's entertaining. I'm thinking I'm gonna do another one very soon. I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow, but like maybe the next day. I gotta knock some of these out because I'm just excited about them. I bumped the extruder up to 1,000. Nice. I don't think the speed tells you much. It matters much. Yeah, what I mean by that is the profile is clearly not good. That profile is just not for this machine. Never meant for it. And then going faster than it was is it's not meant for it. Under extruded quite a bit. Yeah, there's no under extrusion, over extrusion if anything. Papa, yeah, it's probably time for a lot of people. I'm starting to slur my words at this point. Yeah, this will likely be the next machine I check out. It's in a very similar place to this machine. This machine has more specs. It has more on the list of things. And I also don't have much experience with Solo. I've only had one other machine by them, which was pretty decent. But I've had literally every single Mingda machine so far. So this was easily the first choice for this middle... Actually, are these considered middle grade machines? Yeah. It's like middle grade machines are now at the prices of entry level machines. Been waiting for you to post one for sale. Oh, the SV06? Yeah, we held Missy for 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a little while, yeah. The Voron live streams kind of took me out for a little bit there. Alright, Jeff, you too. Thank you for popping in. As always, huge thank you. Maybe Solo will send you an SV07. Maybe. They were really disappointed that I couldn't get to the video right away. Many months ago. Like 6 months ago. And I haven't talked to them since. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind checking out that machine. I think it's neat. Want to see the top speed benchy of the Voron. Yeah, I'll probably get to that at some point. Right now, I'm just really enjoying using the machine. I printed this this guy on it. This filament's cool. It's like black and silver at the same time, like a dual extrusion. I had my daughter put this together. You know, literally, like, just having a machine that can print at this high level is very nice. That's PLA, so I have PLA tuned pretty good now. ABS tuned really well. I think the next one I'll do with the Voron, outside of the mods that I have for it, is probably going to be a PETG stream. Yeah, it has a little screwdriver too. It's neat. Where's my camera? Oh, right, the camera's down here. Anyway, alright everybody, congratulations to both the winners. I'll be waiting for your email. I'll probably get to you tomorrow. Like I said, if you're just a rando that's going to send me an email, I can see through Gleam.io what their actual email is when they signed up, so there's no point of trying to trick me. But you can try. But congratulations. Cool. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Mingda, thank you for the coupon code. I will append that to the description as soon as we're done here. Yeah, really digging the machine. Very hard to complain about anything on it. Now, let me, sorry for the camera. Sorry, everybody. I just want to give you guys a full view of it before I fully sign off here. Hold on, hold on. Okay, I'm going to make everyone nauseous. Chill. Alright, and I'm zoomed in all the way. Fantastic. Fantastic camera work. Here we go. Let's do manual focus back to this. Console. Zoom back out. Bam. Okay, let's put you here somewhere so you can see the entire machine in all of its glory. There it is. Good looking machine. Look at that thing. Right? Nice little touchscreen. Multiple interfaces to communicate. I'm sure you can even put like an SSD on here with the USB-C. You can hold your SD, your USB right here on the side. PEI. Silent. Dual-sided cooling. Dual gear extruder. Great clean wiring. Fair price. It's good stuff, everybody. Yeah, the ribbon cable is super clean. Alright. Thank you, everybody. I don't remember which part I got to, but I think I was thanking everybody, and I got to thanking Mingda for the, for the machine and the opportunity to check it out. But there you go. The one thing I gotta say is I can't fit the machine in my enclosures down there, even though I have space to hold one more machine, because they're too tall, unfortunately, to fit down there, and I'd have to reconfigure everything. So I'll have to find another place for it. I'll probably check it out for a little while, and let one of my subscribers, get it or something along those lines. We'll see where it goes. But so far, really enjoying the machine. I'm gonna try to print a couple more things using the Cura profile in the next few days, just to get it going. Maybe I'll do, after this benchy, I'll do a benchy from Cura just to compare the two. But yeah, okay. I think that's enough. That's enough chit chat for me. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate every single one of you guys. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good night.